Kenyans do very well in America. They are the richest group in the US by race. They make more than white Americans.
In US, can you get Miraa?
It's illegal, bro.
You're telling me weed is legal, but Miraa is illegal?
Miraa is classified the same as cocaine.
What?
For real.
Hey, yeah. These guys have legalized weed, but then Miraa is illegal.
Yes. By the time I left for the US, my relationship with my dad ilikuwa imeanza not that good.
What was causing the rift?
He had his own family. I was more or less like a stranger in this family, you know? Because my dad is only 17 years older than me.
What?
Yes. My dad was informed too.
When he had you?
Yes.
Hey, you, the viewer. I just want to take this time and I want to thank you. You've really helped me grow. You've really helped this podcast grow. But one thing I noticed is 77.8% of you don't subscribe. And if you love the content we're putting out, guys, we'd really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way and it'll take this channel to the next level. Subscribe. Bob, karibuni.
Asante sana, bro.
I saw on Eric's episode you were on time. Eric is always on time. And here he accuses me of always being late. So I'm not breaking any stereotypes. But welcome to Coffee Pambana.
Thank you. Kenyans are not known to keep time.
I think why is that?
I don't know. I think it's our culture.
Well, where did it come from? There was one guy who possibly came late and ruined it for everyone. And then this guy was like, if this guy is late, that meeting got affected.
Yeah.
And then since 1943, there's been a ripple effect of everyone delaying meetings. Because if you go to, like, let's say Germany, for example. So I my day job, I work in sales and we sell data center space. And we deal with different customers across the world.
Yeah.
Now, you can tell where certain customers are, which company they work for.
Yeah.
Just by subtle traits.
Yeah.
So when you're dealing with Germans are always on time. I mean, everywhere they go, it's either 15 or 20 minutes before, even in Kenya.
Yeah.
And Amazon in particular. Amazon, they're very regimented. They remind me very much of a military. Like all their employees, very rigid, very much on time.
Yeah.
SpaceX, when we're dealing with them, they're like very intelligent cowboys. This Jama will come in a border and he's a multi-millionaire. But as long as he gets the work done, you know. I even forgot. Faza, what train of thought were we on? Let me pop an energy drink.
Before the podcast started.
Yes, we were actually talking about our common traits. You and I might be related from Meru.
Yeah, I was quite surprised when he told me that you have some
roots in Meru.
In Meru.
Yeah, so we were saying there's an uncle of mine called Kadude who passed away.
Kadude, I know him.
It's just...
Kwanza hata alikuwa na shamba hapo kwa karibu na kwetu hapo. Because I don't come from far away from Meru town.
Okay. And you were saying that there was someone else you know, Mamu Moti or something?
Mohammed Moti.
Yeah,
that's the guy that started the first shop in Meru town.
Yeah.
We have quite a huge community of Indians, by the way.
In Meru.
In Meru, yeah.
I mean, even the MP is in...
Hata my MP.
Yes.
Ni Muindi.
Raheem, the MP, yeah? He was actually at the wedding. We talked about it in the previous podcast. He was there for the wedding. They introduced me to him. So we have relations over there.
Yeah.
The Moti family, my sister is married into them. And there's a story from my mze's past when things were not working well. That Moti, that family, had given my mze a space in his garage to operate his own, like a startup garage and spare parts and sell and make earn because he was newly married. So he gave him his first leg up. Yeah, back then. But you, I mean, for those that haven't watched, you had a very interesting podcast on Eric's episode every other time.
Yeah, I was with Eric. I think like 2 weeks back.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, you had a very nice conversation.
You talked about your history. You come from Meru.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can touch base on it as well, but there are a lot of other things I want to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you essentially grew up in Meru, correct?
Yes.
And at the time, you didn't know who your father was.
I didn't.
I mean, how just let's rephrase that for the audience. How did that happen? There was a move to Nairobi, and I remember you applied to school, and you applied for Nairobi school because the only thing you know it's in Nairobi. You wanted to get out of Meru.
That's true, yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for those who are watching for the first time, and maybe they don't know me, my name is Bob Mwiti. Mwiti is a very common Meru name. Yeah, so I grew up in Meru County, as you've said. I grew up at a place called Gikumene. It's very close to Meru Town, maybe 2-3 kilometers from Meru Town. Went to the local village primary school. You know, I'd never been to Nairobi.
How was life back then? Was it simple?
Well, very simple. We didn't have much. Yeah. Basically, it's like you've never even tasted good life. So you just feel like this is how life is supposed to be.
The other day I was seeing some kids having the time of their life.
Yeah.
We're just going outside of Nairobi, playing with tires and sticks.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see that nowadays,
no,
especially when you're here. But there are people, imagine, that's all they know as entertainment.
Yeah, actually, like for us, when you're growing up, we used to use those kind of things, like you play with them.
Yeah.
We used to make our own footballs. We used to make our own toys. Like, I never grew up like with any being bought like a toy or a bike or anything like that.
Yeah.
Actually, like my whole primary school, even like we used to have like those guys who used to come, and some magicians would come to school and all that. Do you know even getting 2 bob? Yeah, kuona those magicians was a problem.
2 bob?
2 bob, bro. Seriously. 2 bob. Mi zilikuwa zinakuja shule na hakuna kwenda kuona. Nasikia tu kwa the rest of the kids. Sijui nini, walifanya hivi, this and that.
So I remember you mentioning you used to stay with your grandparents,
Yeah,
correct?
grandparents, yeah.
And I'm assuming they weren't from wealth. They didn't have...
No.
Very basic.
Nothing. My grandpa used to work for the municipal council of Meru, and he used to be those guys on collect trash.
Yeah.
Kwa town. So that was his job. My grandma, she was at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the life. So grew up there, going to school, barefoot, coming back. And then after that, I went to the local school. It's a school, it's a very good school, actually. It's called Nkobo High School. Nkobo is a town close to Meru Town.
Yes.
Yeah, so I went there, but like I said in Eric's interview, podcast, I was supposed to come to Nairobi school, but I couldn't because of lack of school fees. Bro, we could not afford $50,000. 50,000 shillings.
For school fees.
For school fees.
What made you want to go to Nairobi? Like the appeal of getting out of Meru from a kid? Was it like watching TV and seeing things or hearing on the radio? Or?
Which TV? We didn't have a TV,
no TV,
bro.
Yes. And you said you were not wearing shoes when you were kids as well.
No shoes, no TV. TV, bro. TV, we used to go and watch TV from one of our neighbors. And not all the time. Once in a while. Because sometimes also they wouldn't let you get into the house. So, naangalilia tu kwa nini? Kwa dirisha.
How old were you then, around that time?
Probably from around 10 unakuanga class kama 5, sindio? Yeah, 4 or 5 hapo mpaka class 8. Yeah, but we didn't have those things.
So the attractiveness for Nairobi, what made you want to get out?
Because I had never been to Nairobi. So me, the farthest I had gone those days was Kitui. And you know how? Because I used to be part of, like, that primary school, even though it was an Ushago primary school, we actually used to do well in music festivals. So I was part of the music team that went all the way to the provincials in Kitui.
And like you'd be singing, dancing?
Where it was like set piece, kind of like you stand and then you're like singing tenor, alto, bass, whatever, those things. Yeah. So I used to be part of that. So that's how I ended up going there.
Okay.
But to come to Nairobi, I've never been to Nairobi. So, I used to have that kind of like a dream, like Nairobi is a big city, so I really wanted to go to Nairobi. So even as we were doing we were just about to do our KCPE, so I made sure I chose Nairobi school because of the fact that it had the name Nairobi.
It's in Nairobi.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioning like Lenana and all this. You're like, you're not too sure where it is.
Lenana, I was not very sure.
Yeah.
It was in Nairobi. Starehe Boys, I was not very sure it was in Nairobi, but I knew for a fact. This school with the name Nairobi School, it has to be in Nairobi. So it was my first choice.
And when you got in, then the fees came in.
Yeah,
and I remember you mentioning now, this kind of money, where do we get it from?
So the excitement, so the results came out. I was among the top students in Meru County then. And then, so the way you get so excited, like, you've passed.
And they were marking you out of 600s, didn't you? 700.
Yeah, 700.
Your score was?
I had 577. Which was a mean grade of about 82.
That's so good.
Yeah. So I was so excited. I knew I would go to Nairobi school.
Yeah.
But the letter came. The next thing I hear from my grandpa, you know what? I don't think we can afford this school. 50,000 Kenya shillings.
That must have shattered you.
Yo, it's one of those things you're like, well, I worked so hard for this and you're not going anywhere.
Growing up to that point, your parents, were you was your mom there?
Nope.
Dad? Completely? Nope. You didn't?
So I didn't know anyone. I didn't know my mom. Well, I used to think my mom was like my auntie. All right? But I didn't know my dad completely. And actually, when I was growing up, no one really told me anything about my dad.
Would you ask about the question? And
no, I was one of those kids who are like very timid.
Okay.
Yeah, those kids like you don't say anything, you're just quiet. I was a very quiet kid, by the way. Yeah, all the way until maybe when I was in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, sijui kama ni ushamba ama ni nini, then also poverty sometimes also poverty is usually also a factor.
It does, and I've noticed this as well. So I'll give you you bring up a very good point. I've seen like if you go to a government facility, everyone has to line up, okay? Whether you're rich, whether you're poor.
Yeah.
You can somehow tell the status of a man's monetary value by how they stand.
Yep.
By how they carry themselves.
Yes.
So
very true.
I was with Salimu. Salimu was our house help who's been with us for like 26-7 years. He's basically family. We were getting his stuff sorted out. So Salimu was standing on the line and he was like this. He was a bit nervous. He was quiet. The person next to him was like loud and proud, talking on the phone like this and this.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's over-exaggerated, but I can get from a child's perspective when you have nothing and this world is presented to you, you're very timid then, right?
Very, very, very timid.
So 50,000 has been told. Grandpa is like, apana, hatuna pesa.
Apana.
So what happens next?
So then, so he started looking. So the next thing was to look for a school. The school that I ended up going to, which was Nkobo High School, was my top choice for. Those days we used to have like national schools, provincial, then district. So my first choice for provincial was Nkobo High School. So you went to Nkobo High School, talked to the principal at the time, and presented, of course, my results. So the guy was like, "We'll take this kid." Yeah, so I was taken in at Kobo High School. I think I was the top student there.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, so kuna DNA ya smart.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm quite smart, but
would you
I used to like studying.
No one in this room likes studying.
Then before high school, though.
Okay.
Yeah, before high school, like I used to like studying. I don't know. Maybe sometimes also it kind of like comes naturally because you are feeling like maybe this is the only avenue to.
Here's how much I hate studying. Next week, again we spoke about this on the previous podcast. My company has registered us for a management training course at Strathmore University, which you went to.
Yeah, I went to Strath.
And I'm doing everything I can to get out of it.
Yeah.
I'm bringing back all relatives who've passed away, saving them for that. Sasa, you go to this school?
Yeah, so we got the school. So I reported quite a bit late because the rest of the kids had already reported. Joined the school. But I really didn't, like the first 2 years was actually the first 3 years, a lot of struggles with school fees. So I would be kicked out of school, go home, nothing. Sometimes my member of parliament then was, it was not, nowadays it's Raheem.
Raheem, yeah.
Then it was David Miraa. He used to be, later on he was in Kibaki's government. As I think he was finance minister then.
Yeah.
So he was my member of parliament. So sometimes my grandpa would go to his home because he came from around that place.
Yeah.
Ask for money. When I get kicked out of school, you'd get like 2,000, 1,000 here and there. Because my grandpa used to love politics a lot. So he used to be like his campaign. Village.
Okay, so you used to help him out.
Yeah, I used to help him a lot. Yeah, but still, it's pesa kidogo tu hapa na pale. So a lot of times I would go back to school without the full school fees, and it kept on piling until the third term, Form 3, and that's when now we didn't, because you see now those days, before you get registered for your exam KCSE,
you have to clear
your school fees.
Yeah, I remember.
Sa hapo ndio tulishikwa sasa.
The thing is, I saw even in St. Mary's, I used to see some kids where they couldn't do the exam, and you felt sorry for them, but they were also had a very confused look as well.
There were kids in St. Mary's who could not pay school fees. Really?
Yeah, bro. I mean, growing up, I saw that several times. School fees was an issue. They were walked out, and I also saw some. So there was two. There were mirrors basically of what people go through as life and economies and rises and falls.
Yeah.
There were kids who I saw who had very small cars. Their fathers would pick them up in like a used Starlet or just a very broken down white car, to then going to eventually the mzes coming in an Audi, mothers being brought in a driver.
Yeah.
There was that scale. There were politicians who were very small, and then all of a sudden became big, because I was in Saints for quite a while, and you could see the change in monetary outlook on the kids as well, from the breaks they would carry and this.
Yeah.
But the opposite as well was there, where there were kids who had everything, and then all of a sudden they would wither away, like the sweaters, the sleeve is torn, and they'd had that for the rest of the term.
Yeah.
During exams, they were being walked out, and they were taken home, and the parents couldn't pay fees. There was a lot of that as well. There's ebbs and flows of life.
Yeah, true.
Before we get on to the school fee story, maybe just touching on Raheem now as a politician over there, Kidogo. How are you guys finding him in Meru? Because he's been there for quite a while, eh?
He's been there for quite a while.
Yeah.
He's loved by the locals. Well, you see, the problem is I've been out of the country for a very long time, 17 years. So I don't think I would be the best person to give
but I heard
a review of my member of parliament. But on the ground, he's very strong. Although, of course, there's always complaints. So he's been there for so many years. It's kind of like we need someone new, which also I feel like I think that should happen.
Yeah,
because I think this is his third term.
Yeah,
the one that he's currently serving.
Yeah.
I think he joined in 2013, if I'm not wrong.
I heard a rumor that he donates his salaries fully. The one he
does.
Gets,
yeah,
he does.
Yeah. See, that's the thing with politics. Ukiweza kushika hawa watu wa huko chini, you can stay there forever. And actually, that's how Raheem is very strong. Very strong. Actually, even this time round, kumtoa ni ngumu.
Because he takes care of the people.
He takes care of the hawa huko chini.
And that's very important.
Yeah.
You understand?
Huko chini he knows how to connect with the huyo mwananchi huko chini kabisa. The rest will be, sijui nini, he's been there for so many years, whatever. Yeah. But and he does what is supposed to be done.
And given the narrative we were seeing this past week, there was Shiksha Arora, and we're speaking about the previous podcast as well. She went online and she went on a podcast and said about Mwindi identities and Kenyan should identify. And there was racial tensions as well. And then we were just talking about Meru as well. But this guy's a politician and he's loved over there.
Yeah.
You have to take it's not a blanket statement for everyone.
Yeah, you see, I think if you're really good, I don't think people really care about how you look, your color of the skin and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because actually people treat Raheem as a Meru. Yeah.
And he speaks Kimeru as well.
And he speaks Meru.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of Indians within Meru, they speak Meru. Tunakulanga Miraa na wao. I have a few of them who are my friends.
You know, during Meru weddings as well, like all the guys are sitting outside there, they're chewing handles. With Big G, paka 3-4 in the morning.
Kwanza Wahindu wanapenda hiyo sana.
I don't know why. I've never been attached to it. I've tried it. I was like, this is not for me.
Me, I used to. But, of course, since I relocated to the US, I don't do it anymore. But
in US, you can't get... In US, can you get Miraa?
It's illegal, bro.
It's illegal, eh?
Illegal.
You're telling me weed is legal, but Miraa is illegal?
Miraa is classified the same as cocaine.
What?
For real.
No.
I swear. You Google. Check.
Hey. These guys have legalized weed.
For real.
But then Miraa is illegal.
Yes.
So
class more than a cocaine.
I'm not moving to US, basi. Sitaki scholarship uko.
Weed is very common.
Okay.
Even in my state, I live in Florida. Weed is legal, but it's medical.
So Miraa kabisa is not allowed.
Not. I'm telling you, Miraa in the US is pretty much like coke.
It's a Schedule 1 controlled substance.
What?
Yes. Like seriously.
That's why I love the podcast. Bad. You learn something new every day.
Unajua walalo wanapelekanga huko.
Yeah, I'm assuming wako nayo.
I swear walalo wanakuwa na Miraa. Huko Minnesota huko.
Yeah.
Walalo hata na wao.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's circle back now. So
yeah.
Where the school fees not being paid, you guys are in a crisis because you can't do your exam.
Yes.
I remember you mentioning that's when your granddad said, let me go and try and find this guy's mzee.
Yeah.
Correct?
So I remember, yeah? So when we closed school, your term, yeah, Form 3 that term, before sasa 20 Form 4, yeah? So your term is around December.
Yes.
So I get home, then the next thing my grandpa tells me is, Bob, kesho nataka tuende mahali. I'm like, okay, fine. I didn't even ask where. You know, I was that kid.
Yeah.
So akaniambia, and first of all, nitakutuma uende town, upigwe picha na nguo za shule. Okay. So akanipea pesa, nikaenda town hapo, nikapigwa picha na nguo za shule. Akaniambia, you have to go and take the photo with school clothes. Yeah. So simulizi what's going on, but deep in me I'm thinking like, naenda naambiwa niende nipigwe na
picha
na ni ya shule, maybe anataka usaidizi, maybe those kind of things. So nikaenda nikafanya hivyo. So the following day akaniambia we are going somewhere. So tunatoka kwa nyumba tunaenda somewhere. So we went to see a mzee. Tunaenda tu. Na simuulizi anything. Tunaenda tunafika kwa mzee fulani. Saa tukwenda kwa huyo mzee, tukaingia kwa nyumba. Mzee anaanza kuongea mambo ya baba yangu. So my grandpa anamwambia, by the way, huyu kijana ajui what we are coming here for. Na bro, up until that point, my grandpa or no one in my family had ever told me anything about my dad. Na sijawahi uliza.
Was that a shock? Like when you're sitting there listening about this?
I don't even know how to put it. Like, just like, okay, this man start talking about him. Then grandpa says, oh, you know what? He doesn't know anything about that. Hata sijamwambia kwenye tulikuwa tunaenda. But now the conversation starts. And I'm like, oh, wow. Okay.
Because you were a teenager at that time.
Yes, I'm a teenager. And now that mzee starts saying, about my dad, where he is. So apparently, that old man, he used to support my dad a lot in school. So my dad alikuwa amesoma sana, akaenda mpaka university. alafu akamaliza akaenda UK.
Yes, I remember you mentioned.
Yes, akaenda UK.
So he was brilliant as well.
Yeah, he was bright. So alikuwa hapa University of Nairobi, akamaliza akapata job hapa Nairobi, akukaa sana for a few years, then akaenda UK for greener pastures. So huyu mzee ya sasa akaanza kuniambia kuongea juu yake, this that so the mzee actually they used now to communicate na yeye. And in fact actually my grandpa alikuwa ameconnectwa na huyo mzee na mzee mwingine tu huko wa kijiji, akamwambia the only person mwenye anaweza kusaidia mambo ya baba huyu kijana huyo mzee fulani. And that's how we went there. Huyo mzee akatuelezea what he'll do. But sinakwambia nilipigwa picha. Hiyo picha tukapatiana my report form ya that term, ya hiyo form 3 that term. Na I had one bro. Nikiwa mtoto nilikuwa na picha moja peke yake.
Only one picture.
Only one picture with my mom. Sijui ilikuwa, I think I was like maybe 3 years old.
So from your childhood you don't have any pictures?
Bro, sinanga picha.
Jeez.
Sinanga picha. Mira saizi, by the way, hata my family, kama I take picture of my daughter, niko na project ya my daughter every day. She's 8 years. I've missed only 3 days. In 8 years, every single day I took a picture of my daughter. More or less like revenge. Bana, because me sinanga any pictures, photos. Growing up. Ilikuwa hiyo moja, nilikuwa nimepigwa na my mom. So, wow. Yeah, so huyo mzee akasema ataenda, na zilikuwa zinaitwa zako sijui ni film negative whatever.
Yeah, the negatives.
Kulikuwa na hiyo akasema tunaweza enda alafu itolewe ndio tubaki na ingine.
Okay.
So akaenda akatoa, tukabaki na hiyo, na alafu ingine yenye nilikuwa nimepigwa na my report card ya hiyo term. Alafu hiyo mzee akaandika barua.
Do you still have that picture with you?
Hiyo yangu niko nayo, yeah.
Do you have a digital one? You can send to us?
Even I've shared it I've shared it online on my Facebook sometimes back.
If you share that with me, I want to put that up if that's okay.
Niko now with my mom. I think I was like 3 years old.
And do you have the one you took when you were in the school uniform as well?
No, hiyo sina.
Oh, okay.
Because hiyo nilichukua tu moja, alafu hiyo ndio bado tulituma huko.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it started. So huyo mzee akatuma barua to my dad. My dad akai-receive. So by that time already tulikuwa tumefungua shule na nikarudi shule. Form 4 sasa nikuwa form 4. So then a week later na huyo mzee akakuja shule.
And so by this time, the school you're in is which one? This is
Nkobo High School.
Which is where exactly?
It's in Nkobo, it's in Meru.
It's in Meru, just outside, yeah?
Yeah, just Nkobo is like maybe 15-20 kilometers from Meru town.
Okay.
Yeah. So huyo mzee akakuja sasa, akakuja shule. Nikamuona. Alafu nikaitwa, of course, nikaenda nikaambiwa, uko na visitor hapa, nini. Sasa akaenda, anaenda ku clear school fees huko. Kumbe my dad alimtumia my dad akatuma school fees, nini pesa, hata pocket money yangu. So mzee akakuja akaniambia, your dad received the nini yenye tulimtumia and he's accepted you into his life na atakupigia. Nasikia hiyo, atakupigia. Huyo mzee akakuja akaclear school fees yote, balance
one time.
Na akaniacha na pesa, pocket money. Before that time, mimi pocket money kwenda shule nilikuwa napewa maybe so moja. Kama imeenda sana, hiyo so moja ndio itakuwa transport kutoka kwetu mpaka huko Nkobo. Tulikuwa nalipa like 20 bob. Hiyo ndio utanunua toothpaste, ndio utanunua sijui what all those things. Naonanga venye high school watu mnakulanga, tulikuwa nakula sijui loaf, lakini lazima ununue quarter mkate. Mimi kununua ilikuwa shida sana. I really had your quarter. So anyways, so huyu mzee amekuja, ameniachia pesa, nimekuwa tajiri. All of a sudden, like out of nowhere.
He left you with a lot.
See a lot.
But like compared to 1,000. But still 1,000.
Umezoea so moja
10 times.
Umepewa dhao. Now, huyo mzee akaniachia hiyo. Then a few days later, my grandpa naye akakuja tena. Akakuja sasa, akatumwa na my dad tena akuje shule. Akuja akaniachia bado do. My uncle my dad's brother mwenye sikuwa anajua before that time akatumwa also kuja kuona huyu kijana. Pesa bado nikaachiwa. So all of a sudden I'm like the richest kid in school.
How did you feel?
Then before that, wait. So my dad akatuma suitcases na manguo kutoka UK. Nguo, viatu, watches, cameras. Within like a week. Bro, nikaambiwa sasa wewe enda nikaitwa like maybe a couple of weeks later nikaenda nyumbani sasa kuona hizo vitu zenye zimetumwa. Yo man, me I didn't believe.
How are you feeling? You must be
out of this world. Like I was transformed from the poorest kid in the neighborhood, in school, to the richest kid. Nakumbuka hata nilitumiwa mpaka music system ya CD player. Those days, there was no CD. Hakuna mtu hata alikuwa na CD player.
CD player like...
Basically, I was the first one in my village kukuwa na CD player. Na ma CDs, akina Tupac Shakur, mi hata sikuwa najua hao watu ni akina nani. Mary J, sijui what. Nilitumwa CDs kama maybe like 20 of them. Na hiyo CD player. CD player kwani tuko na stima? Kwani tuko na stima? So, nikanunuliwa ka battery ya kucharge. So nilikuwa naenda town, ile battery kuna battery zilikuwa zinaconnectiwa na TV, hizo TV za kitambo. Nikanunuliwa battery also, nilikuwa na connect, napiga muziki yangu.
So you guys didn't have light at home?
Hapana.
Jeez.
No TV, hakuna stima, tuko na stima.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to say alhamdulillah, bro. Robbie, yeah. And I know your story. I mean, the audience we're getting to there, but
yeah,
you've come far, bro. Wow. Okay, so did you speak to dad then? Did you manage?
Oh yeah, I forgot that part. So my dad, within a few days, akapiga simu shule. Akapigia principal, akamwambia I have a son, nataka kumuongelesha. Okay, akaambiwa okay, we'll connect you, piga saa 10 wakitoka shule. So nikaitwa hapo kwa secretary. Kaambiwa uko na simu kutoka majuu from abroad. Nikapigiwa, nikaenda nikaipick. Kuipick, I had my dad for the first time. I didn't know how to react. So I just listened to him. Kaniambia who he is. Kaniambia pole zake. Akaniambia ako already. Akaniambia I have brothers. We had 2 brothers. Bia uko na brothers. You have a stepmother. But from now on, they'll be your brothers. They'll be your mom. Mi nasikiza tu. Hakuna kitu ya kusema. What do you say? You know? There's nothing to say. You just listen. And you are still a kid, you know?
You can't, yeah. I'm just wondering that phone call, how it was.
Yeah.
Like imagine that, like all of a sudden,
yeah,
life is tough for you. Your granddad's there, you're struggling to pay school fees, and then this saving grace, you discover you have a father who's sending you in, he's accepted you into his life, and that first call with him.
Man.
And then the following weeks, the gifts, the that.
My life changed completely. Completely.
If you don't mind me asking, your dad, is he still with us? Is he?
Yeah, he's still around.
Are you very strong with your relationship with him?
Well, I would say yes. And to some extent, no.
Okay.
It's not as it was before. Because you see now with time, there was, of course, that excitement, his life and all that. He's actually really supported me.
Yeah.
Really supported me. Because also from there on, ndiye aliniambia mambo ya, kwenda abroad and all that. In fact, actually, ndiye alinipeleka Strathmore because he was a well-off man, by the way.
What line of work was he in?
Business.
He had his own business in UK?
Yeah. He's a businessman.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had a very good relationship.
Okay.
All through. Until, vitu za family too later on.
I understand.
Yeah, but
Okay.
but I still love him. We're kind of like still in good terms, but not as it was before. Let me put it that way.
Blood is always going to be blood.
Yeah.
Family is always going to be family. Whatever happens, they're still our family, right?
Yeah.
So now, school fees has been paid. You go through Form 3 now, heading into Form 4. You clear high school, correct?
I clear high school, yeah.
The university, did you ever comprehend you wanted to go to university? Did you know what you wanted to do, or did your father have any influence on that decision?
So, for university, yeah. Also, again, by that time I had already come to Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah, at some point in high school, came to Nairobi here and there, trips za shule. Yeah, but I still wanted to be in Nairobi. So, tukichoose also, tukiwa high school, tukichoose, before you finish KCSE, yeah, you choose
have to select
we used to
universities.
select the universities and the
that.
programs.
Yeah.
I selected my first choices were at the University of Nairobi. One of the main factors was because also I realized my dad also alikuwa ameenda huko, so nilikuwa nataka kwenda huko as well. So tukamaliza shule. I passed well enough for me to get to University of Nairobi. So nilikuwa hapa Chiromo fanya BSc Mathematics.
Mathematics?
Yeah, BSc Mathematics.
That's you can tell someone's smart when they decide to study the worst subject for their degree.
Subject.
Mathematics.
Math was like my favorite subject all through.
You're a chop, as we would say.
Yeah, but so sikukaa huko sana.
Okay.
So venye tu nilimaliza hivi, so my dad so venye nilimaliza KCSE, my dad had already started telling me like I can move abroad.
Oh, he was putting that in.
Yes, and alianza hiyo akaniambia, Bob, you can come to the UK. Niko huku, kuja usomee huku. So nikimaliza KCSE, mimi nilikuwa najua naenda UK.
Yeah.
And by that time also nikapata passport. Passport those days bana. Mimi nilikuwa naona ni kama nimeenda. It used to take like years. And for me as a kid, getting a passport, it felt...
The reason he's laughing...
He told me the story. Yeah, he did.
What do you mean back in those days? It's still happening.
Back in those days, it used to take like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years to get a passport. Na lazima uhonge to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got my passport. My uncle helped me get it. And then nikaanza sasa process ya kwenda abroad. So initially, so my dad alikuwa anataka nifanye software engineering, which also that's when it was kind of like I didn't know about it. I had not heard anyone doing. I think those days mostly watu walikuwa wanataka kufanya computer science.
Computer sciences, yeah.
Because I remember even the guys that I was in the same class at Kobo High School, a few of them went to do computer science. Hakukuwa na software engineering. But akaniambia you can do software engineering. Nikasema okay, fine. Nikapata shule huko. But sasa venye nilianza process, nikanyimwa visa.
UK,
yeah. Kanyimwa visa first time. Nikaenda tena, kanyimwa.
Did they give you reasons or were they citing it?
The problem with visas, mostly, you don't get the actual reason why.
They just said denied.
Yeah, but when I look back, I can tell why I was getting denied. One was because you see, when you're seeking an immigrant visa, kama student visa, you are supposed to show ties back to your country.
Which
because
is
an
basically
immigrant visa.
Your parents and
your parents, your parents should be at least be on this side. Sasa unaona sasa mimi nilikuwa nasema my dad was on the other side.
Yeah.
So chances of me going there and not coming back were very high. Yeah, so that's usually how visas are usually like, especially for non-immigrant visas. But people usually don't know those things. Yeah, so tukaanza nikanyima mara ya kwanza, mara ya pili. Those days we used to stay at home for about 2 years before tuingie university.
So in those 2 years, what were you doing? Just
So the 2 years kutafuta visa na kosa nini, and then I did a few trainings those to local computer packages,
Excel, Office,
PowerPoint, because
yeah.
we grew up without computers. Hata shule yetu hakuwa na computers.
So they taught you how to use a computer, basically.
Yeah. So nikaenda nikafunzwa Word, Excel, all that, and then also I did driving a gari, and my dad akaninunulia gari.
Ati?
Yo,
Seriously?
for real?
Mzee bought you a car?
Yeah.
What was the first car?
Just before I got to college, ilikuwa Starlet.
And this is now you're maybe 18, 19?
Yeah, around I think 20.
Okay, man. You must have felt like a king.
Yo, sinakwambia me, my life changed.
And you're in
completely.
Nairobi.
Yes, Nairobi. Starlet, bro. Nakumbuka kwanza hiyo Starlet nilienda tukaichukua kwa mwindi fulani hapo South Sea. Starlet, mi nilikuwa naenda na huko River Road kutafuta Miraa.
You can't take Meru out of the boy.
I'm telling you, bro. Hey. And then sasa, so tukareport. So we stayed for 2 years. Visa nimenyima mara 2-3.
Yeah, it was
in those 2 years, I was denied visa 3 times.
Okay.
Then later on, I tried again for the 4th time. Bado nikanyimwa, nikiwa Strathmore. But anyway, so nikareport University of Nairobi. 2 years later, after KCSE, I started my classes at Chiromo campus. Then there was a strike after 3 months.
In Nairobi University and strikes, man. It's been there since.
But that time, I think, haikuwa ya specifically ya Nairobi University, ilikuwa strike ya lecturers. The whole country.
The whole country.
Yeah, so my dad akaniambia, by the way, kitambo our days, there used to be a lot of strikes kwa public universities, and you could spend even more than 4 years. So, because I'm capable of supporting you, why don't you look for a private university?
He said private university.
Yeah.
In the meantime, huh?
Yeah. Akaniambia, just look for a private university, because hata hujui mtarudi when.
This was 2000 and what?
That was in 2000 and tuliingia University of Nairobi in 2003, October. Kitambo.
How old was I?
That was 2003. That's 23 years ago.
I'm 91 born, so how old was I?
91. 91, you are 35.
No, I'm 35 now.
Yeah, 35 now. Yeah.
91 in 2004. Now. How old was I? Anyway, that's too much. Math. 13.
Man was 3.
You were 3?
Remember, 2000 boy.
Bro. Tot.
So okay, Strath for you. Me, I'm going next week. Me, the thing I didn't like about Strath, I know you complimented it. And me, I find it too regimented. Ni kama military, bro. Unaingia na suit, you can't say hi to women. Sijui unapanga line.
There's a lot of kids wenye wako anapenda hiyo story ya Strath. Ina depend. Unajua kama we ni msee mwenye amezoea a lot of freedom,
Yeah.
And doing anything that you want to, whatever you want to wear,
Like compared to your university experience in America. See, it's like...
Yeah, of course
it's so different, right?
It's quite different.
But would you say, looking back retrospectively, Strathmore, it was a good choice for you?
I think it prepared me for life in the US. Because also, this is what I usually feel like. My dad, I think alikuwa anataka nitolewe hiyo kind of like ushago yenye nilikuwa nayo.
To engage now with
niweze kuinteract na
the caliber of students are different. It's not shags, different. But it's more Nairobi, middle. Okay.
Well-off kids and
this is very strategic, by the way.
Yeah, but see, at the time I didn't know that's what he wanted to do. But looking back, that is really what he wanted.
Interesting. So I think you did accounting and BCom or something, huh?
Yeah. So I shifted to Strathmore. I started there in January of 2004. Initially, I started with the Strathmore. No, it's known for accounting courses. So I did ACCA first. Because have you done ACCAs?
Mr. Kifanya ACCA. Mzee alikuwa ananisukuma towards ACCA. Me had a fight with my mzee. I'm not doing ACCA. Then I went to USIU. I did accounting. I hate that thing. GPA.
Really?
I remember your GPA was 3.7 out of 4. Yangu ilikuwa 2.7 bana.
Unapenda masomo.
So Strath, okay.
So I started with ACCA. Then later in the year, I joined the first year now. So nimeachana na University of Nairobi. Ingia Strath. ACCA, then first year Strathmore in 2004, nikaingia BCom, and then I majored in accounting and finance. Yeah, so then I Kaskuma graduated in 2008, and then sasa, before ni graduate, I tried to go to the UK again, nikanyimwa.
This is now the fifth time.
Fourth time.
Okay, yeah. Fourth.
Yeah. So then now we decided that let's try the US.
Like just in conversation, because UK, they're just saying no.
Yeah, so you've been denied 4 times. So what do? So just look for alternatives.
I mean, let's say if there's someone in a similar position as you, who they can't really prove residency of parents over here, how would they go about applying and getting that approved? Let's say if with the knowledge you have today, you went back to that guy in 2007, 2008 to apply to UK, what would you have done differently?
You see, there's not really much that you can do, especially if your family is on the other side. Unless then you don't say you have the family on that side.
Because they want to know that you're going to come back, so you have to
They
prove.
They want to know. See,
Mzee is over here.
The way non-immigrant visas are adjudicated, actually visa officers, the law tells them, assume the person who is in front of you seeking a non-immigrant visa, they are going to overstay their visa. They are not coming back.
So they already look at you with that prejudice.
Yes. So with that now, it's up to you now to prove otherwise. Now, how can you prove otherwise when actually you are showing your family is on the other side? And actually, even when you look at it, it's true. Even mimi singerudi. Si my dad ako huko. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yes.
You know, okay, when you look at it that way, when you look at visa officers, they assume you're going to stay there. So you have, the impetus is on you to prove to them the burden. Yeah,
yeah, ni wewe.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's not much that you can do.
Okay, Sasa, so you've applied to the US. How was that application process?
So I started, so just before I graduated from Strathmore, so I started, doing like research on the internet, going to cyber cafes, looking at schools and stuff like that. Then I also realized that there were some exams that I had to do.
You just said cyber cafes. Wow,
yeah.
That's such a throwback.
Sindio?
What do you mean throwback? We still call them cybers.
No,
but they're still there by the way.
Cybers are still there?
Yeah.
Apana.
Yo, bro.
No.
There's like 4 just on the street of my house.
There is cyber cafes everywhere.
Cyber cafes are still there?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they still have that same software. You have to go and then the way it looks and everything. It's the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Running Windows XP.
I'm sorry. I think I'm out of touch. Okay, cybers I remember because even in USIU, I went to USIU.
Yeah.
Missing on a laptop. So eventually I had to get one. But whenever I wanted to go online, I had to go to the cyber. Or you go outside basically.
Yeah.
So cyber, okay, if they're still there, hi, Sao, Pole.
Yeah,
and you're staying, where were you staying when you came to Nairobi then?
So when I landed in Nairobi for the first time, I stayed with some buddies in Githurai 44.
Yeah.
Your time, sasa before niingia Nairobi, University of Nairobi. Then after that, when niingia University of Nairobi, of course, tukaenda kwa nini? Hizo, what do you call them? Hizo halls of residence zenye ziko kwa shule.
Yeah.
Then now venye nili move to Strathmore, nikaenda, kuna hostels zilikuwa hapo Nairobi West.
I think I know what you're talking about. And that time you had a car, by the way.
Yeah. So nikaenda hapo nini. Then later on, my dad now started investing here in Kenya, nyumba hapa na pale.
Did you ever get into the party lifestyle? Uko na gari? Ama ulikuwa na, you were just guy, Friday night tunachukua handers, we're chilling, we're watching football.
So my so my dad.
Yeah.
So alianza kuinvest huku houses and all that. And in fact, actually, so Nikwa, I think by that time I was in second year. So he had a house in Lavington.
At that time, they was buying properties, eh?
Yeah. Na nikapelekwa huko sasa mimi nikae huko. Katoka kwa nikaenda Lavi, yeah. In a 4-bedroom house.
And was he giving you stipend for the month?
Stipend. Kaanza kutuma magari huku, very nice cars, BMWs, Mercedes. Bado mimi ndio natumia. So sinakwambia my life changed completely. Bro. From like this kid who had nothing, even in Strathmore. I used to so unaona hiyo Starlet nilikaa tu na just for the first year. Kutoka hapo kwingine BMWs, I would drive a BMW Monday through Thursday. Friday naenda na Mercedes, natoka huko naenda huko River Road kwenda kutafuta Miraa nayo. I was that kind of a guy. So my life had changed completely. Me, I usually say like my dad gave me everything that I really needed. Alini transform kabisa.
That's what you want to do as a parent, if you can do that for your kids.
Yeah. Maybe also alikuwa anataka unajua, because I missed a lot. Maybe he missed a lot of my life, right? Also, maybe he wanted to show love. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. So with the US application, one time?
So I just looked for schools. I was able to get this school called Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Reason why I picked it
That's
up?
the Midwest, right?
It's in Northeast.
So it's
in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania,
close to New York.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, close to New York. So I get these, it was just like the way you go through the list of schools on the internet.
Were you looking for a course to study, or it was masters, right?
It's just masters.
Okay.
But I didn't have a specific school that I wanted to go to. So I was just blindly doing research and all that. Then I came through this school. It was Indiana University of Pennsylvania. It sounded cool.
Yeah.
And I looked at the requirements. I was like, I don't think this is a really top school, but I think it's a school that I can get in. So my intention was just to get a school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care whether it was Harvard, whatever. Just get a school in the US and go. So I was able to get the school, got admission, and started the process. So by that time, I had already graduated from Strath.
Were you working? I think you mentioned you were at a teller at Equity Bank, right?
Yes. So I graduated from Strathmore. Then I got a job immediately, maybe after like a month or two.
Yeah.
I got a job as a teller. I used to work here in Westlands.
That must have been tough, man. Tellers, you were there from morning till evening, eh?
Yo. And then, hapo Equity, you had to work also on Saturdays by 7. Uko hapo. Now,
7 in the morning.
Yeah, remember mimi ni msee wa party,
Friday night uko na steam.
Friday nimeenda na mabesto wangu, so tumefika nyumbani. You know?
3-4 in the morning and then
3-4 in the morning ndio unafika nyumbani, and you have a job the following day on Saturday at 7 you have to report. So me, I worked there for about 6 months. Then I got the visa, then I quit. In fact, actually the day that I got the visa, the following day
you just
I submitted, nikawambia, you know what, end of this month
I'm going.
Sikuji.
Yeah.
Now I was to travel like 3 months later.
But did it teach you, I'm assuming it taught you lessons on how to work with different people in a structured environment, just the basics of
course, yeah. You see, first corporate job outside of because nilikuwa nimefanya hizo tu internship yenye mtu anafanyanga ukiwa college. Outside of that was my first job. So there's a lot that I learned, how to present yourself, in front of clients, and how to also work with the people, Yeah.
Become friendly, yes.
Yeah. So I learned a few of those things. Then I got the visa. I decided to quit the job, and I was on my way to the US. But 3 months later.
3 months later.
Yeah. So I left in August of 2009.
I remember you mentioned in Eric's podcast this was the first international flight you had done.
Yeah.
You had done local flights with your mzee and everything.
Yeah.
So imagine at that time there wasn't any internet or entertainment or stuff like that, was there?
Nothing. There was no internet.
16-hour flight, huh?
No Wi-Fi. So flew from Nairobi to Johannesburg, South Africa. Then from South Africa to Georgia, Atlanta.
On a direct flight?
16 hours. But you see, bro, when you are traveling, when you are flying for the first time, you're so excited. You don't even think like you will get tired. But once you're in that plane, unaka for like 5, 6, 7 hours, bado unaamka, unaangalia, unaona bado you have like another 10 hours, it's very draining.
I'm telling you, like, and right now, doing that flight on economy, bro, it's tough. That's why God bless this podcast, so we start flying exclusively
at business.
Oh, watch a first class, bro. I'm a private jet, inshallah.
Even private, yeah.
So, did you ever? because US is very different, right? You don't have cars, you don't have the social structures.
Yeah.
Were you nervous to go to the US or were you excited to go to the US?
I was excited. By the time I left for the US, my relationship with my dad ilikuwa imeanza not that good. Because actually, at that point, it was more like an escape route for me. The way I felt.
Can you talk about maybe, we don't need to dive deep into it if you don't want to talk to it, but what was causing the rift?
Family issues. Family issues.
Like over money?
And you see also, okay, when I look back,
over
I
money
felt
or?
Not really money. It's just, see, pesa. I mean, pesa was never really a problem.
Yeah.
Huh? It's just the fact that, you see, I got into this family. So my dad, of course, he was in the UK, but now he started...
He had another family.
He had another family. So he started coming back to Kenya,
dividing attention, and that maybe caused issues.
So akaanza kuja Kenya, all that. And me, we started, sometimes we will be like together for a lot of times, So, and he had his own family.
I see.
And I was more or less like a stranger in this family, those dynamics, the family too.
Yeah,
And
I can see it.
Yeah.
From the wife's side.
Yeah.
With the kids. Did she know about you?
And imagine, so I came into this family because my dad is only 17 years older than me.
What?
Yes. My dad was in Form 2.
When he had you?
Yes.
Did he know about you? No, sorry. Sorry, he didn't know about you. So, like the wife, did she know about you? Or?
Nope.
Hey, okay, yeah, so.
So, I was introduced.
And at that time, you're like 14, 15.
I was 17, I think. Your time when you introduced work on my dad. I was in Form 4. I think I was 18.
Form 3, Form 4, right?
Form 4 first term, yeah.
So you're basically like a young adult.
Yeah. Kijana mkubwa. Na my brothers ni born 2000s. So I'm like this big kid who has been introduced in a family with small kids. Na sikuwa najulikana kwa hiyo family. You see?
Okay. No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with time, friction too. It was a family too. Yeah. So by the time I was moving abroad.
It was to get away from this as well.
Yeah, I felt like, man, I really needed freedom.
To be honest, I can relate to that because when I went to university locally, I've said this, like my mzee had ups and downs in terms of the business, and it was a very tough time in the family. And but you see, the thing is, what someone would consider a down for them, someone would consider my life a blessing, because, and you always have to be grateful where you are. And I mean, they say what is hindsight is 20/20, right? It wasn't a bad lifestyle, but it was also very challenging compared to what we were, because we came from a lot of money, and then we had no money, while the rest of my cousins and family all had money. Like recently that Kuzo from that family posted buying a Hublot watch. I just sent it to him.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, so even I'm here still.
If it makes you feel better, it's a Hublot. It's shit.
But how much is that? How much is that watch?
2.4, 2.6 maybe.
But yeah, for you to spend 20.
You have bad taste.
No, but for you to spend $20,000 on a watch and not think about it.
Yeah.
You see, so. And thinking that, if my mzee had done this, I would still be. So you have that. And it was a very toxic environment. And as a kid, I had to go to the work office just to pay off loans and help with the family.
Yeah.
Tulikuwa tunakosana. So when an opportunity for masters came, it was my mom, her side, mom's savings, she wanted to push me out of the country.
Yeah.
And I took it. And when I ran over there, I was like, I'm free of this.
Yeah.
It was sort of that escape. I'm not sure if you felt that way.
Yeah. So for me, I was like, man, I've gotten the visa, I'm getting away from all this friction that is going on between me and the family. So I'm free. Yeah. So, and me, I'd vowed that I was not coming back after going to school. Nikifika tu huko, I'll look for the opportunities on the other side and stay there. And that's what I did.
Culture shock when you landed?
Yeah. See, America is quite different from what I was used to here. In terms of, how people relate with people, food and all those things. I was staying on campus. Luckily, my dad also, he supported me even there.
Uko.
Yeah, shule nilipiwa. I was also staying in school. So I didn't really struggle when it came to going through school, even on the other side, even though you are not getting very well.
Okay.
In terms of
But he
relationship.
still supported.
Yeah, he really supported me. My dad really supported me.
Was there are Americans more friendly compared to
the British? I would say yes.
They're more open.
They're more open. Yeah, they'll say hi. British nanga tu akiwa
They're very on their own.
Americans are they're very open. Yeah, and even mingling with other kids in college, it's very easy in America.
It's a very
American kids, they are
very multicultural.
Yeah, they are used to seeing people like us. So it's very easy actually, even dating. Yeah.
Because
it's easy.
African man, Kenyan
right?
man, but
yeah, kwanza they want to know. Jamaa ametoka huko.
He's brought the goods from Meru.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
So what about the comparison between University of Nairobi, Strathmore, and now this Indiana University?
Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
What would you say are the differences between American systems and like Nairobi-based universities?
Well, because also I tested University of Nairobi for about 3 months.
Yeah.
Hey, bana huko hakuna kufunzwa huko. It was tough.
It was tough.
Honestly. Because nakumbuka tukiwa University of Nairobi hapo Chiromo. Tulikuwa tunaenda, there's some of the classes that I was attending.
Yeah.
Hall inatoka kutoka hapa mpaka huko. Hata usikii professor akiteach.
Yeah,
na hakuna mic or anything.
Sometimes they use a PA system as well because there are like 400 students in class or something.
We used to be so many. Like, I think some of those classes, all the students in Chiromo campus, all those students taking science courses, tulikuwa naingia hizo classes. Unamuonea huko. Hata uwezi ona Kenya anaandika kwa nini. So very different. You see now, the US, the classes are very small. In Strathmore, it was small, but not as small as it was in the US.
So how many
classes are like 20 students.
Really?
Yeah.
So you get personalized attention?
Very personalized attention with the professors.
And so normally I'm a mjinga when it comes to studying. But with my master's, I got first because personalized attention, you're in a class with 15 people.
Yeah.
And the professor has given you attention and he's speaking to you directly and he's taking his time.
Yeah.
I use some of these classes, accounting, the guy is telling you to explain. Sijui profit and loss T accounts, sijui NPV, PV. Me, I'm like, wait, Bitcoin of this, what is going on? And he won't repeat because he has a class of 60 to 90 students in a lecture hall. He doesn't have that time.
Yeah.
When you try and take his personal time, he asks you for tuition fees. So, okay, I can understand that. Okay. Teachers different from here? Lecturers in US? More friendly? More
friendly? In fact, actually, I think they want you to pass. Here, they want you, it's like, unakuwa na grudge na professor. Professor ni kama tu anataka tu uanguke. So, unajua, kwanza huku, by the way, like, public schools, public universities, unakuta hata una cuts, you have missing exam marks. People actually, watu wanashindangwa kugraduate because of the fact that hakuna grades. Ulifanya exams na ulifanya na ukapewa nini, but there's no grades. They in the US, the professors, they want you to pass. They actually want you to pass. And then so there's a lot of, like you're given work. Every class, you're given work to go and do, like paper, you go and write a paper or something like that. Every class. And the classes huko zilikuwa jioni. Like classes would start like around 5. Zinaisha like around close to maybe 8 na huko. It's not like here where like hapa sasa classes zilikuwa zinaanza asubuhi all the way mashinda huko Strathmore.
Is it because of professionals they would start later as well?
Yeah, I think because nilikuwa kwa MBA class, so and they had a lot of professionals, people wenye walikuwa wanafanya kazi, so wanakuja. So I think that's how they structured their master's classes over there.
Was it 1 or 2 years intensive?
Well, see, with the US, If you are, so a master's program will take on average about 2 years, but actually it depends with you as the student.
So how many subjects you take or courses
How
you
many,
take?
how many subjects are you taking in a semester?
Okay.
Not like here, and
yeah.
unaambiwa ati unafanya
Six,
six
yeah.
units.
And you don't have a
No,
choice.
there. So the law says that as an international student, you take 3 classes.
On average.
At a minimum 3 classes, and you can take a maximum of 5. And a master's program, actually, like an MBA, you only need 10 classes. You are done with your MBA. So you can actually knock off, if you take 5 this semester and another 5 the following semester, you are done.
Yeah,
within a year.
That's a bit intense though, eh?
Yeah. But you see also, what
Me
other
right
thing
now,
that
if I go for masters, I'll do 1 a term. Stay in US for like 3-4 years.
But you can't do, if you do 1, you'll fall out of status.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
so you'll basically
3.
be an illegal person.
See, niko na wewe sahi. We'll figure out how to get status.
Yeah.
Bob, uko Instagram?
Yeah.
I will
But I don't think I'm very active on Instagram. But I'm very active on Facebook.
At a Facebook.
You've shown
Facebook one.
But Instagram is where people will follow you, even for business as well.
Yeah, I have an Instagram account. Instagram, I don't have a lot of followers there, but Facebook, I have a lot of followers.
Okay,
Facebook, niko na almost 200,000.
Isn't that better?
Yeah.
You have 200,000 people on Facebook.
Yeah, 196, I think. And then niliangalia leo.
Ebu?
196,000.
Ebu?
That's a few shout-outs. Also, have, I think, 12 on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
So, how many you have on Facebook?
Facebook, I have.
I think I have like 5.
Instagram, I think I don't know, maybe 5,000 or something.
Bob Mwiti.
Check Bob Mwiti hapo. And iko na badge.
Okay, niko na hii Bob Mwiti, which is...
Na Bob Mwiti zingine ziko huko Bob Mwiti Bonoko. Hizo si mimi.
Bob, this is you?
The one? Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's me.
I'm adding you as a friend. Eh?
Please.
Okay, so when I share it on Instagram, I'll tag you. And the reels as well, I'll tag you.
So.
But see, you can transpose this onto Instagram.
Actually, every post that I make on my Facebook goes to Instagram. Yes. It's only I don't know why my Instagram doesn't grow.
By the way, we can just leave this in. Like,
so you help me grow my Instagram.
I will. So that's what I'm saying is...
I'll help you grow Facebook.
I'll Bob Mwiti.
Are you active on Facebook though?
I'm trying everywhere. Sindio. So I'll follow.
Yeah, that's my Instagram. Yes, that's my
I'll follow here. I'll tag this account. It will come to Instagram automatically.
Yeah.
On Instagram nitakutag. On Facebook nitakutag.
Oh, okay.
How's that?
What to connect? No.
Yeah, we're still recording.
Oh, okay. I like this.
Yeah. So I mean, we can just leave this in.
I just want to mic check. Can you talk a little bit?
Mic check.
Mic check.
Yeah. So I think but what you'll have to do is you'll have to face me when you're talking. That so
Yeah.
I can turn here kidogo.
I can adjust it.
Yeah.
How you want. But like, I don't want it to block you.
The other option is we have those chuma stands
Yeah, I know. That's what
for future shoots. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out like the best way to do this.
So
Because I really like it, but it just blocks the face.
anyway, it's fine. But will this capture? You just keep your headphones on to make sure it captures.
Yeah,
Bob, tulikuwa wapi?
Tulikuwa the differences between the studying in the US na huku.
Yeah.
We are trying to compare the two.
Yeah. He's looking at the mic because he's thinking it's...
Iko sawa?
So the thing with this mic is you need to be really close to it. You see like the way he's...
Like the way, okay. Like
So
that.
like
So you see the way it's facing
here?
here?
You're comfortable and I'll have
And then you just adjust it like that.
Are you comfortable there?
Yeah,
Just do that.
like that.
I think that's good. That's good. I mean, so clearly, I prefer the American university way. But were you doing exam-based or research-based or masters? How was it?
No, mine was not research.
Okay.
It was course-based.
So ulikuwa na mtihani at the end of it?
Yeah.
And how did you score?
I graduated with a 3.75, yeah. 3.75 out of 4.
3.7 is chop, para.
Tried,
And for 2 years, I mean, were you loving the lifestyle in America? You were there. Were you doing any... Like, were you exploring beyond the borders of the university? Were you traveling?
Yeah, of course. The US is huge, so, and especially if you come from these sides of ours,
Yeah.
you want to go there and see the world.
Yeah.
So I used to travel within the first semester, I had gone to New York.
How was New York when you first saw it?
Yo, man, but it was cold though because nilienda huko almost like during winter.
November, December, huh?
Yeah, and kinda, I think ilikuwa, because when there's a break inaitangwa
Thanksgiving weekend, yeah.
Yeah, so nilienda hiyo Thanksgiving, kinda New York. And it was a bit cold, but I enjoyed. Huko sijui Times Square, sijui what. Ground Zero.
Were New Yorkers, I've been told New Yorkers are a bit rude. Is that true? Because they want to get on with things. It's such a fast-paced economy.
It's a very fast-paced place. Huko also, even driving there, it's a nightmare. Like, normally you take buses, the trains, or cabs, the yellow cabs. Yeah, so New York, haikunibamba sana. I don't know. Felt like Nairobi, but a very big Nairobi.
Big Nairobi. Big.
Too big.
But the buildings, you guys, whenever I see New York, it's just the potential of wealth.
Yeah.
Like the amount of money in that place.
Yes. So like Manhattan area, you go there and you're like, wow.
So I know you've settled in Tampa, Florida,
yes,
right?
I live in Tampa, Florida.
But out of all the places in US, what's your favorite, if not for Tampa?
Not Tampa. The other place that I would love to live, it's not a very big city. It's called Boca Raton. It's close to Miami.
Boca Raton?
Yeah, Boca Raton. It's very close to where Trump has a home. Trump has a home in West Palm Beach.
That sounds expensive.
Kuna naitangwa Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago. I've even heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, your place, it's his residence.
So Miami is nice, huh?
Yeah. Miami is good. Miami is about 3 hours drive from Tampa, from where I live.
Okay.
Yeah, so Miami used to, like, especially now, I'm a family man, so I don't do a lot of travels. But before, when I used to work in corporate, I used to have a lot of buddies. Kwanza Wahindi wengi sana huko, walikuwa friends wangu. Because me, I was in tech. Wahindi wako tech wengi sana. So tulikuwa naenda Miami.
Crazy place, bana.
Yeah, party huko.
Party. But GTA 6 is based off, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be based off Tampa, Florida, Miami, right?
Florida side, yes.
Florida Keys and all that, those areas.
Florida Keys iko below Miami. Actually, Florida Keys, ukienda huko mpaka huko mwisho kabisa, you'll be very close to Cuba.
So, I've never visited US. I've traveled a lot for work.
You should come to Florida, bro.
Nilikuwa najaribu, but my visa was being rejected. Not rejected.
That's the problem with visas,
You see, the thing is, I applied first initially prior to COVID. And then COVID happened. So like a shutdown process. And then during COVID, they weren't taking applications for a time.
Yeah.
Then when they opened up, there were so many applications, there was a backlog.
We couldn't get a...
So when I was applying in 2021, appointment nilikuwa ninapata is in 2022, like 15 months later.
Okay.
Just this was just like for a work visa because I was traveling for work.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's too long, but I didn't follow up on that application. Then in 2020, was it 2023? 2023, I had applied for an appointment in June. I was getting, the closest appointment I was getting was Jan 2024. So I said, fine, we'll just lock it in. Jan 2024, tukaingia. Everyone else got their visa. Mine, I think it delayed kidogo. Maybe the guy was telling me I was being investigated because I had a YouTube channel and
so
social media.
So you went through like administrative processing?
Yeah, I mean,
that's what they call it.
To be fair, compared to the UK, it's quite simple. The US, you just click, fill in the things, upload your stuff.
Yeah.
Went everything, got the application date, paid, and then was given the date. So when the date came, you don't carry much things. You just carry the information, just salary slips and employment confirmation letter. Everyone else got their visa. I got mine a week later after everyone. But then the LA fires happened. So the event I was supposed to go for got cancelled.
Oh.
Then this year, I was supposed to travel again. I think they've given me a 5-year visa. So this year I was supposed to travel again. The storm happened in Jan. So my flights got cancelled.
Which storm?
Remember the New York airports, everything was shut down.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was I was supposed to go from here to San Diego. No, so from here to Qatar to San Diego. I think it was Qatar to... There was a place between San Diego. It was either Austin, Texas, and then San Diego. So they closed Austin.
Texas.
Texas, yeah. Then they moved me to New York. They closed New York. Boston naturally closed. So the only other flight was a few days later, which was post the event.
Okay.
So mana,
you didn't go.
US mana.
But you still have your visa, right?
Niko na visa.
Okay. So next time kuja Florida.
Nitakuja.
Florida is a very nice place.
Tutaenda Miami pamoja.
It's more or less like, yeah, absolutely. So it's more or less like Mombasa, but a nice Mombasa.
On steroids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miami is a very beautiful city.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, I love Miami more than even Los Angeles, New York, San Francisco. Miami, it's nice. There's a lot of vibe in Miami because also there's a lot of, it's kind of like, there's so many people who are not just Americans. You know, there's a lot of Latinos, Cubans.
Yeah, Cubans.
Yeah. So
the food culture is even.
Yeah, food culture. You know, American food also, it's not really nice. So,
so that's why they mix it up.
Yeah. Latino food is really nice.
Okay.
So there's a lot of Latinos in Florida in general.
Okay.
Yeah, but Florida as a state, it's very nice.
Taxes?
We don't. So Florida, you see in the US, you pay, like for example, if you're employed, you pay taxes at two levels. There's the federal and the state.
State, yes.
So for Florida, you don't pay the state. So you just pay federal.
So you save more
Florida,
money.
yeah, you save more money. So Florida, states like Texas.
So Florida as a percentage, what's that, the state tax? Normally, like, let's say if you're in New York, $100,000, you would pay maybe up to 40% of your salary, right?
It depends also whether you are married or you are single.
Okay, there are a lot of verticals.
There's a lot of factors that determine how much you get taxed. But generally, if you're getting paid $100,000 per year, you'd get maybe around 70. Around there, 70.
So 30% goes, okay.
Close to that.
I'm using 100,000 just as a base. If you and then in Florida, that 100,000
you'd get more than what someone in New York would.
So probably you get maybe 25%.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, because state taxes, they are not as much as the federal taxes.
Okay. So now I want to circle back to your story. So I know you graduated, but before graduation, you were like, I need to get a job, otherwise my visa that I get will be rejected and I'll have to go back. Because that's what you require, is you get a job and the employer has to pay for your H-1B visa.
So this is what happens. So when you go there on a student visa, you basically have to figure out if you really want to stay there. Remember I told you I didn't want to come back. My intention was basically to look for the opportunities on the other side. Now, for you to stay there, you basically have to figure out how to transition legally. Transition in the sense that transition to corporate America. And the only way that you can be able to do that is hoping that a company will sponsor your visa, which in this case, what you've just said, H-1B visa. H-1B visa is pretty much a visa for skilled people. You get it for 3 years and a further 3 years.
Yeah.
So that is the goal. If you're going there as a student, graduate, figure out how to get a company to sponsor you on H-1B visa. So me, I realized very quickly that I'm not going to get it. And I didn't want to come back. All right. Yeah. So what did I do? So I started looking for options. I looked around. I told you I had made friends with Indians. And I had some Indian friends in my class.
Are these like Windis, like South Indians?
India yenyewe. Sasa wenye wamekuja huko.
When it's South Indians, I'm mixed.
Mixed. Mostly South.
South Indians are chops, man.
Yeah, South Indians, they are mostly in tech. South Indians, they're mostly in tech. But it was a mix of all. So I started seeing some of the, because me actually I had to extend, because I couldn't get a job. So I extended one more semester. So I graduated in May of 2011. I would have graduated in December of 2010 because I went in August of 2009. So I extended one semester because of the fact that I couldn't find anything. But those were indies wenye tulikuwa to graduate, wenye wali graduate hiyo December. But hiyo time yenye nime extend my semester, walikuwa wamepata kazi. Nasikia sijui mtu wako New York working as a business analyst, I don't know, somewhere in California working as what. So me, I'm a very inquisitive person. So I started asking these guys because I was friends with them. Yeah. We used to hang out together, drink and all that. So I told them, I asked them, a few of them, how did
you get this
job? This guy get a job? Me, I'm struggling, bana. Me, I had to extend school by 1 semester. How did they get a job? So akaniambia, oh, you know what? By the way, you can be trained on tech. Yo, tech was never my thing. See, mi nilikuwa nimetoka huku, nilikuwa nimefanya BCom.
Yeah.
Accounting and finance. Nilikuwa nimeenda kufanya MBA. MBA actually I majored in professional accountancy. Na nilikuwa nimefanya my CCA. So me, I was to become, my trajectory ilikuwa
Was like
a finance guy, an accountant pretty much.
But even with those competencies for ACCA and doing a master's there specializing in accounting, you were struggling to get a job.
You see, the problem is that, it's not just a job. Is that job going to sponsor your visa?
Yeah.
And for you to get sponsored for the visa, you need, because typically, for you to get H1B, actually, it has to be a skill that most Americans don't have. Otherwise, they might not approve it.
And does it cost the employer to pay for that?
It does, yes. It costs H1B right now. It costs about for the filing. It costs about maybe $2,000. I think $3,000 something. $3,000.
One-time payment.
Just one time, yeah.
Okay.
But now there's if they want to hire somebody from outside into the US, the company would have to pay another $100,000. Ilioka Trump. Maybe you can talk about that later on.
Golden visa as well.
Yeah. So me, I just realized really quickly, not quickly because I actually had to extend school, but I realized that I needed to be in tech. Okay. So I looked for the training through our India Can Connect. I got a training for a system called Oracle EBS Financials.
Yeah, the ERP system, right?
It's an ERP system, yes. That companies use to record their day-to-day transactions.
Correct, yeah.
So I was basically trained as a systems analyst, basically the guy who understands business processes and then now implements the system to work the way the business wanted to work.
So it was a short, intense course.
6 months.
Okay, so you extended university for another semester.
So I extended school for another semester, but not for that training. Just still, I took an extra class.
Yeah.
Because even though you're allowed to take a minimum of 3, if you're in your last semester, you can take 1 class. No problem, as long as it's the last semester. So I took just 1 extra class, extended 1 more semester. Then once I graduated, now I got into, by that time I had already figured out and I got into the training. I graduated in May, got into training in June, and then I did the training until December.
And so your visa was valid throughout?
It was valid because, see, what happens, when you go as a student, you're given 60 days. Once you graduate, you're given 60 days to figure out something that is related to what you went to school for.
Yeah.
It could be a training, it could be even volunteer work, but something related to what you went to school for. All right. So this training that I got into covered me in those initial 60 days after graduation.
Okay.
So I was able to maintain my status as a student.
Yeah.
And for the next 6 months, I was doing that training. So I was.
So you got additional. They got an extension on the visa.
Yes. So I was. It's called. You basically what you normally do. You apply for something called optional practical training authorization, OPT. Yeah, it's usually for 1 year. If you're going to do just regular programs, if you're going to pursue a STEM program, you get another 2 years on top of that, so up to 3 years. So I got 1 because mine was an MBA, just 1 year. So I used that OPT during that period to get the training.
Right.
Until December of 2011. Then once I was done with the training, I got a job in January of 2012 as a systems analyst.
And you were mentioning, I think it was within the same company, right?
Yeah, within the same company that trained me. So this is an Indian consulting firm. So they train you and then they look for a job for you.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they look for a project for you, IT project for you to go and implement for them. Yeah, so kwenye watapata client huko ndio utatumwa.
So were you the first Kenyan or African to work with them?
Yeah, actually even in that training I was the only one. So that training used to be with Indians.
Yeah.
All Indians, I was the only black guy, only Kenyan there.
Okay.
Yeah. So in fact, actually, even for me to get into that training, I had to convince these guys.
Tuko pamoja bana.
Yeah, tuko pamoja bana.
Yeah.
Take me in.
So was it a bit of a learning curve for you, or learning tech, or you just got into it?
So before I got into that training, first of all, the guys who connected me to that training, I asked them, okay, this is tech. I've never done tech before. I've never done programming. The only thing that I was scared of is programming. language.
Which can
I'd
be
never
C++
done
and
anything.
all that.
Yeah, this what. So those things I didn't want them. So no, the guy told me, oh no. You know, this is you're gonna get trained from the front end. So it's more or less like actually what you've done, finance and stuff. Yeah. So I was like, okay, if there's no programming, I'm all in. So it was not very hard. It was easy stuff, actually. It's pretty much anything that I learned in school, and basically you are using that knowledge to implement a system, a technology, whatever, ERP, for accountants to use.
Basically, you're automating processes like for the finance side, the accounting side. You're just basically stuff which you're expert in.
Yes.
And probably had a better understanding of finances. Now you're just digitizing it into that platform.
Yeah. So because I came from a business background, finance, accounting, it was very easy for me because for you to be really good in that as a systems analyst, you need to understand accounting, business processes, and finance and all those things. So because I had that background, it was so easy for me to be able to
implement, understand.
Because also you see, it's not that easy. It's not an easy training. It's one of those systems that it's a very complex system.
There's so many things you can do.
Yeah.
It's so many variables. It's not an easy ERP system.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's actually companies even pay a lot, like millions of dollars for them to implement such a system. So
SAP is another competitor to that, right?
SAP is a competitor for Oracle.
So you've gone through the course, you get a job.
Yeah.
They sponsor your visa.
Yeah, the same company sponsored my visa, H1B.
How did you feel?
Bro, so relieving because I got my job in January of 2012. Got posted somewhere in Kansas City, Kansas.
That's in Kansas City, is Texas.
Kansas is in Midwest.
Midwest. Midwest.
Midwest, I think Midwest. Nitango Midwest.
So they pay for your flight, they post you.
Yeah, they get you the flight, everything, even kwenye utaka for the first 3 weeks.
They sort you out.
Pesa
ilikuwa
mzuri. When I was working as a systems analyst, so initially when I started with these guys, the money was okay because they were paying me I started off at $60,000. $60,000.
Okay, which is
$6,000 a year. It's about maybe 5,000. 5,000, 5,000 a month.
Before taxes.
Yeah, before taxes, yeah. So it was a good start. But me also, I'm a very ambitious person, so I didn't stay with them.
Yeah.
So within, actually that 2012, I only worked with them for 2 projects. After that, I got another job. And that's the job that took me to City. That's the job that took me to Florida. Okay. Working for Citibank. Citibank was the client.
You joined, so you joined a similar company doing something like with ERP implementation.
Yes. So when I got this job with these guys and I got my H1B, I was like, okay, I've gotten my H1B. Okay, so my main goal at that point was to basically make sure that I have the papers.
Nikipata H1B makendea.
Nikipata H1B. Hizo vitu zingine hakuna nini. And they've trained me, so salary is not a big deal. I can figure things out.
Yeah.
So I got my H1B. I got into the industry, worked for about 1 year. And then now I started looking for other opportunities. How do I now get to the next level? So I got a job. I got a project.
Were you applying through like LinkedIn, job agencies?
It's for tech jobs, we used to apply through something called DICE those days. DICE, it was for tech people.
Okay.
So I went through DICE, applied here and there. I got an offer. That's the one that made me move now to Florida a year later. And that job I was earning $65 an hour.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Bro, you work 10 hours a day, you made $650.
So, but you work for only 8 hours. So I used to make around.
We delayed the work. 10 hours.
No, but they won't allow you to do 10.
But let's
in a week you are supposed to do 40.
So 650 times 40. Producer, what is that? Usisema najua offset. Mathematician. It's about 2,500, 2,600?
26 per week.
Yeah, 2,600. Mathematician is me. 2,600 per week, bro.
Yeah.
So that's like 125 a year.
And how old were you this time?
I was, I think I turned 30, yeah.
But that's counting if you worked every day, which you don't.
No, but
you're supposed to work 40 hours
40 hours a week.
Yeah. So my 40 hours a week, I used to, on a daily basis, I used to make around 520.
Post-tax.
Yeah, then of course taxes
in
there. So in a month I would make around 11,000 something. Yeah, something like that. Then with taxes you are left with like 9,000 around there.
That's not bad, bro. 11,000.
I did have a family, you know.
Yeah, that is single guy.
Yeah, single guy.
And rent ilikuwa ngapi? Let's say a nice place. $1,500.
So when I moved to Florida, I had an apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment. I was paying around $1,000. Nice place with a pool and all those things.
I check. 11,000 is earning 11,000. 1,000 in the rent.
I bought a car.
Which you can pay basically in payment.
So
finance.
I think my payment amount was about 500.
Okay, so 1,500.
Yeah, 1,500. That's pretty much it.
Let's
and
say
then
your
maybe
internet,
another 1,000 internet and maybe another 1,000, 1,500 for my upkeep and all that. So I was all set, bro.
7,000, 8,000 you're saving.
Yeah, you're saving it. So I was able to buy my house very quickly.
If I had that salary, if I was your age, and Best Buy. 76-inch TV. PS5, Xbox, Wii, gaming machine, surround sound, 3D, everything. Microwave, air fryer, fridge, this, that. And you know, the thing is, you can pay that off slowly, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't have to pay everything up front. Yeah, but I really invested. First of all, I really wanted... Okay, first of all, when I got my salary, the first one, you kwanza after training, nilijengea my grandpa. Bro, nyumbani hatukuwa na anything. So that was the first thing that I did.
Money back, eh?
Yeah, so I built for him. Then after that, sasa venye nilimove to Florida, sasa nikaanza sasa concentrate na mimi mwenyewe sasa nijenge kwangu. So I got a house. Then I upgraded gari hapa na pale nini. So it was good.
Lifestyle was good. Yeah.
Really nice.
You were comfortable, right?
Very comfortable, yes.
You know, the thing is, you can have guys who work that long in Kenya and are still not able to afford a fucking house.
Yeah.
I mean, my example, I'm a fucking sales director of a very large company. But if I were to go today and to try and get a mortgage or a loan to buy an apartment, these are things that can really weigh you down. You know what I mean?
True.
Whereas in USA, what are the rates over there? 3-4%?
I bought my house on mortgage. At the time, it was 4%.
Bro, my mortgage... Just search what the mortgage rates are in Kenya. Please, just search.
I think it's like 15%, right?
And it's not that... And pricing is similar if you buy in Nairobi, by the way.
Yeah.
Like if you go in Westlands and you're buying a 1-bedroom apartment, like, for example... In this vicinity, just over here, there's the property opposite us. 1-bedroom, wanauza 15 million.
Yeah, that's how they go for apartments. Wetlands, Lavington and all that. Those are the prices.
What is it?
Dude, this is... So apparently introductory for some banks is 11.9 and you can go higher. And you have to be careful because in your contract, they'll give you a step-up clause. But on average, 11 to 16%.
11 to 16, yeah.
And 4%.
4%, yeah.
Also
right now, I think in the US, I don't know, I think maybe it's because interest rates are a little bit on the higher side, but it's way less. I think it's like 6 or 7.
Don't you feel $100 in Florida could take you so much further than $100 in Nairobi? Like, and what I'm asking from the perspective of is you are a middle upper class person.
Yeah.
That perspective. You see, the thing is $100 if you stretch it and you live in a bed sitter and you did this, that's a different discussion. But for the middle upper class, today if we are to go out and spend $100 in Art Cafe or here or there, or $100 in Tampa, Florida, at a middle class restaurant.
Actually, I find it pretty much almost the same.
The same
prices when I'm around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be the case, right?
Yeah, because you can't compare economy here and on the other side, because when I go like lunch or dinner, it's like 4,000.
But logically, isn't it supposed to be cheaper here?
It's supposed to be cheaper.
And
but also it depends. You see now the problem is here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe unaenda kula maybe kwenye expensive, but it's supposed to be like that, right?
Yeah.
So you can't just say like, okay, I should go huko sijui kwenye unakula lunch ya $100.
I'll give an example.
Shillings.
When I came back from masters, now my weekly shop, okay, in UK, what I would buy was whole wheat pasta. I would buy 2.5 kilos of chicken because of gym protein. Githeri, I used to love it, so I used to have beans every day.
Really?
Bro, githeri is a staple for me every day.
But because you never had it when you were growing up.
No.
Like it was not like a main food. You know,
So
we hated githeri because of the fact that every day was githeri, bro.
That's a good, that could be a good point. So githeri and then steamed vegetables and then an additional protein source.
Yeah.
Like I can eat the same food every day. And then maybe for breakfast I'd have oats, Quaker oats, and I would get a tray of eggs because I'd make a protein shake basically, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking at about 2,000 calories. That weekly shop in the UK, I remember it so well because I was on a budget. 27.50 pounds.
Yeah.
27.50 pounds for 50p. 50p, which is maybe at that time maybe 80 shillings in Kenya. I would get like a kilo of pasta, which would last me for long. Kuku, sometimes on offer, you would get 25, you would get 25 pounds, you would get 5 kilos of chicken, so 5 kilos.
But kuku actually, I realize is one of the most cheap. Most affordable meat.
Most affordable
on the
meat.
other side, yeah.
Yeah, that. Beef, they would send like 25p on sale, 35p. Beef, lean beef. We're talking about 0.5% fat. Eggs, 50p, bro, unapata hii, 50p.
Yeah.
So, jams and butters and this and that. Yani, with that 25 pound, I've got like all this stuff. I came back to Kenya the first week, 22,000. And I didn't even have the same amount of food.
Yeah.
But you see, to maintain that lifestyle. So you get what I mean?
I get you actually, because also actually in the US, for example, food is not really expensive.
Yeah.
Food is cheap.
Okay, and those
American,
Best Buys, what are those
of food.
What is that wholesale thing called? There's
Costco.
like Costco. Ukienda Costco, bro. $100 unaweza pelekea. Hapo.
It's a lot of
and you
stuff.
get the $1 hot dog, $1.50.
Bro, go Carrefour with $100, with 10,000 bob. You won't get shit, man.
So let me tell things that are cheap. I mean, affordable in the US than Kenya, yeah?
Yeah.
So, of course, groceries, it's pretty much like here. Not less, but because, that's a bigger economy.
Bigger economy, yeah.
So you would expect it to be way much more than what you pay here. That's one. Cars in America, they are way affordable than here.
If you finance them and you pay monthly, you can drive a 4x4. You can drive any car you want.
You can drive any car you want.
Hapo current Prado for the day, 50,000.
Yeah.
Or 40 or 30 or 40. How much was that guy charging us?
I don't remember, but I was asking, someone was telling me, if you're very lucky, it's like 15 or 16 a month. If you're very, like for an older Prado.
For a month?
I mean a day.
A day. Yeah, so 15,000, no, actually not 15,000. Glory was charging me 7,000 for okay, so maybe 50,000 maybe extreme. So maybe 15 to 20,000. There, $500 a month, you're paying it over time. You can get like an Audi or something.
Yeah. See, there, for example, like me, my first car, when I got a job, it was a Mercedes ML 350. It was just a 3-year-old car.
And 3-year-old, they're like, it's old over there.
Yeah, it was like how much? I think it was like 25,000.
That's brand new. That's in Kenya.
3-year-old, yeah. See, here, I always
80,000 kilometers.
Here, like 80-year-old car, people think it's new. That's a very old car.
That's a very old car.
Yeah.
And
So
mind
that
you,
3
the
years.
gas over there, the roads, the infrastructure, they support a car like that.
Yes. Yeah. So I had that car for about a few months, like I think 6 months or so. Then I changed to a BMW.
X6,
So
you know?
I'm more of like a BMW guy, yeah. So I used to, then, when I was employed, I used to have a BMW X6. Then...
And what were the rates you're paying on that a month?
I bought that X6 for 40 what? I think it was 42,000. It was, I think, 3 years old also.
42,000. You know, X6...
But the regular X6 though.
Yeah. No, but
The regular
but still.
X6, not M Sport.
Google X6 2000 and...
A 3-year-old X6 in Kenya, regular one. Don't go to M Sport. It
Yeah.
will be very expensive.
Just...
Because you know how they charge vehicles. So when you get a car, they don't look at the model you've bought. Let's say you buy a 2020 X6. when you bring it in, those guys will look at a 2026 X6, what its price is. Then they have a rate that they use for that. They'll charge you a depreciation rate on whatever the new one is.
I heard that. Yeah.
So if, let's say, the car you bought launched at $50,000 roughly. If the 2026 model launched at 200,000, they'll take 200,000, they'll give it a 60% depreciation and then charge you for that. So you'll end up paying more in tax than what the vehicle cost.
Yeah.
In
fact, actually, that's why a lot of here in Kenya, I've realized that people want to bring in cars that are about 80 years old, right?
You can't bring anything older than 8 years.
Yeah, because you can't bring more than 8 years, and they want to bring close to 80 years because of the fact that what you pay is less because of the depreciation.
See, that's the thing is like the older the car is, the less you pay, which
The
is
less you
stupid.
pay for-
Because it doesn't make sense.
So check this. According to AI, in 2016, I'm assuming that was 2016,
Yeah.
a BMW X6 in Kenya, which has done between 40 to 70,000 kilometers, was 7 million shillings. 5 to 7 million shillings.
At 20 what?
A 2016 BMW X6.
2016. Right now.
No, I'm asking back then, Uko.
Back then. Okay.
That was a lot of money. So 40,000, you're getting 30,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can finance these cars.
And you can finance, yeah. So if you have a very good job, like I was lucky to have a good job, that was not a problem. You just pay like around, I don't know, $700 a month and you're good.
So what made you move on from that role now into, I'm assuming, what you're currently doing?
Yeah.
What was the pivot? What made you change?
So when I got into the corporate, I realized, of course, there was money, right? I was earning well, and I didn't see people like me in that industry. So the people that I used to work with were mostly Indians. Like 80% of the guys in tech
Indians,
in the US, it's Indians.
Chinese? Any?
Not
Very
much,
few.
but few,
Mostly
but
Indians, yeah.
Indians. By the way, Indians do very well in America. They are the richest group in the US by race. They make more than white Americans. Way more than white Americans, yes. And you'll find Indians, they're in tech. So easy, all these big tech
All the
corporations.
Google India guy is what?
They are
And
they are led by-
7-Elevens.
Yeah, 7-Eleven. They're in
Rest
business.
stops.
Very good business people. They're in tech. They're in healthcare. Utakuta wao ndio doctors. They are the lawyers in America. Even my company lawyer ni Mwindi. You know. So they're into those jobs zenye zinakuanga na jobs or careers or whatever you call it, where money is. So they make a lot of money. So anyway, so I got into this space and I realized it was them that were there. So I couldn't find another Kenyan or another African there. So I was like,
Why not? Yeah.
why not? Like, how can I change this? So I was like, okay, you know what? I can start a training. I can start a business to train African immigrants to get into the tech world, to do what I was doing in corporate. Okay. So I quit the job.
Did you have any customers before then? Ama uli quit too?
Actually, I didn't quit immediately. So I started the business 6 months into the business.
Yeah.
I quit because I was like, I can't. Because, see, my job as a systems analyst, it's a job that really needed me to be very focused in the job. And I was like, with my business, I was not focusing a lot on my work. So I had to choose. Do I need to keep working and get paid this good money? Or should I just quit and build my company? So so I started my business, a tech company, to train on tech skills and hopefully maybe place people into the industry. But within the first few months, I started seeing, like the way you start a business, you start seeing challenges. And as a business person or as an entrepreneur, you want to solve those problems. So one of the problems that I faced initially when I started that business was I could not get people who are good enough for my training. Okay, I was training them on the same Oracle system,
but they weren't.
They were not as good, because you see also in business, you don't just want to train people just because they want to get the training, but you want to train the best so that you can get them the job. All right, so it was something that I realized very quickly. So I was like, how do I solve this problem? And by that time, I had quit my job. Okay. So I didn't want to go back to corporate, even though I could get into corporate easily because I had the skills. But I was like, how do I solve this problem? So the idea that came was, the only way that I can be able to do this is maybe because since I'm not able to get these guys here in America, they are there, but they are not, the ones that I'm getting, they're not that good. So I think I can be able to get these guys back home. No. From back in Kenya. And then bring them to the US. Now, the next question was, how? Because you see, you can't just pick someone from Kenya somewhere in the village and take them to America to do your training.
Yeah.
So the next question was, which way can they be able to come here legally? And now maybe, hopefully, later on, they can come through my training programs. So it was very easy for me to pick the students' route because of the fact that I went to the US as a student.
So you understood it. Okay.
I understood that process very well. So I was like, okay, I came to the US as a student. This process of coming to the US as a student, there's a lot of challenges, right? Even me myself, I was denied visa 4 times. There's a lot of things that I didn't know. I was just trying to figure things here and there myself. So why not come up with something that can solve those problems? And the biggest challenge is financing, because I was like, well, I want to bring someone to go and study on the other side, maybe through masters, because I really wanted to solve the same problem. Masters because I went there as a master's student. But I was like, how many Kenyans would afford what is needed for them to study?
Yeah, US is expensive.
It's expensive, bro. For a master's program like the one that I went to do, it's around $50,000.
Way.
It's about 7 million.
That's
7 or 6, around 6 there.
And then that's not including living expenses.
No, that's the
rough cost.
Tuition and living expenses, and that's
still,
roughly.
It's still high, but 7
Yeah. But also it depends with the school. So there are some schools, you can like those big schools, like Harvard, Stanford. Those they're very expensive. You'll maybe pay like 100,000, But 50,000, typical Kenyan. Nafikiri atapata hiyo pesa wapi?
Yeah.
Very hard, right? So I was like, let me solve that problem.
Really?
Yes.
How did you do that?
So I just went on the internet, started doing research. How can people get funded to go and study? Loans, what? I was able to get, luckily, I was able to find a company that could give us the money to give the students.
Okay, it was a US-based institution?
US-based institution, yes, out of DC, Washington, DC. And it could give, at that time, they could give us up to 25,000. But also they increased later on to $50,000.
So what was their business model that allowed them to give that money? Were they expecting a return or payback?
Yeah, it's basically a loan.
Okay. So
Yeah,
student loan.
It's a student loan, yes. Unsecured student loan.
Unsecured student.
Unsecured. It's a big deal.
Very big deal.
Yeah, because see, as a 25-year-old umemaliza shule huku undergrad, unataka kufanya masters, hakuna banki yenye inaweza kupea $50,000
So ilikuwa kama,
in this country.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was able to, so we started working with them and started now looking for students from here to go and pursue their masters on the other side. So I have the lender who could facilitate the funding through now the program. So I created something called International Scholars Program. Yeah. But also, I realized quickly also, okay, I'd already solved the problem on the other side. Tuition, living expenses, right? Through that lending partner. But also I realized this process of going, also a lot of Kenyans don't have that money because this process of moving to the US requires money.
The visa processing fees.
Visa processing,
tickets.
service, school application, enrollment deposits at the schools, air tickets, insurances, all those, typically. Like for you to really settle in the US comfortably as a student, you need around, for that whole process, you need around $5,000. All right. So not many Kenyans can be able to find $5,000. So I was like, also, I need to solve that problem.
Okay.
Yeah, so within the company, we created more or less like a revolving fund where rather than you having to worry about 5,000 to move and the other money for the other side, all you needed was put in something into pay, we call it contribution fees. So you pay your contribution, you get into the program. And then now we help you, we take care of all your expenses throughout the process, and then you'll pay us later on.
When you get a job, when you help them get a job.
Not really when you get a job, but once you get to the other side. Doesn't matter whether you get a job or not. Part of the risk that you are taking. Because you see also, you can't guarantee someone a job even though they are going to the US, right? So you tell them, hey, look, I'm going to support you for you to move. Once you get on the other side, 6 months later, start repaying me. But also the other money for tuition and living expenses, they would pay 6 months after they graduate for the next 10 years. But that money is not directly from us. This one for going is the one that coming from my company directly.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's really what I started, and that's what I've been doing for the last 8 years.
And how's the uptake been?
Well, first of all, when we started, it was very slow. The first year, bro, by the way, business is not easy.
It's tough.
I started in 2018. The first year, I enrolled only 3 students into the program. A whole year, bro. You started a business and it's only 3 students.
And thinking about a business, you're not earning any income at that time, so.
Si niliquit job yangu. Niliquit job. Niko all into this. It got so bad. Around 2020, your time ya COVID, I had to look for a gig.
Really?
Yeah, I got a project with Deloitte. I did remotely because the business, nothing going on. It's like things are so slow. Niliachia hiyo job ingine. Kapata something with Deloitte. I worked for a few months. Waka-cancel your contract. They realized I have another business. Because also when you're working for a company like Deloitte, they don't want you to be having almost kind of like a similar business, a consulting. Actually, part of the vitu zenye nilijasa, nilisema walikuwa ameuliza, do you have something that is compete, whatever? Kuwa amesema hapana. But somehow they realized, because me, I was all over. Once I started my business, by the way, I was all over the internet, pushing the business. That's actually how I've been able to build that.
The Facebook,
your Facebook. Okay. Yeah. So I changed everything and I was really focused into this thing to build it.
Okay.
But anyway, started very slowly. But the business, I think the program really picked up in 2021. I got featured on, those days it was KTN, Daring Abroad, by a guy called Alex Chamwada. Used to run like a show to abroad. So, I was connected to him, and then he came to Florida, picked my story. I was on TV for the first time, bro.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Then also at the same time, also he featured our first ever student to the US.
Do you have a clip of that interview? Do you have it stored somewhere?
It's equal to YouTube, yeah.
We can try and see whether we can place it here.
Yeah.
Basically, what I do is I help immigrants to find education and job opportunities here in the US, mostly in the areas or in the field of IT.
So we got featured. My story was covered. And then that first student. And then also, I was also covered by Voice of America.
Wow.
So I went all the way to DC. So there was a guy out there so he could tuma too on the internet. So the guy started seeing, I'm talking about this program, So a guy who was working for Voice of America in Washington, D.C. reached out and said, hey, you know what? I like what you've started. I would like to invite you for an interview. Okay, got invited. Kinda. For the first time also, like live TV, whatever.
Wow.
News, prime time.
Were you nervous?
First time, bro. Yes, I was. Yeah, I was. But I was, bana. Kama unajua, when you start something, you have to push yourself, Because hauna mtu mwingine. Considering kwenye tulikuwa tumetoka huku Meru.
So it grew up then.
So from that point, I also now started being very kwa social media. At some point also, I worked with Jalas, who you member of parliament for Langata. There's a time, hiyo time ya COVID, alikuwa na show inaitwa Bonga na Jalas.
Yes.
So I started also advertising with him, and then also he gave me that platform kama interview kama hivi venye tunafanya tu hivi. Kaenda hapo sasa ndio tuli kind of like took off.
So let's say I'm a student in university in Nairobi.
Yeah.
And I want to go to the US. So I can approach your firm.
Yes.
Which is called ISP.
Yes.
Do you help me select the university, find the university, or Let's talk about that end-to-end process. Like today, I come to you as a student. Nataka kwenda US.
So typically, anyone who is usually interested in what we are doing, they normally go to our website.
Yeah.
And then they download our program handbook.
Okay.
For example, if you want to go there for a master's, you will go and download our academic study pathway handbook, and you pick master's. Go through it, check how the program works. If you like it, then you submit an application on the website. Once you submit that application, then you go. We normally invite you for a vetting interview. So we want to get to understand why you are joining the program now, and whether you understand the policies of the program, whether you read the handbook, and just make sure that what are your intentions of wanting to move abroad. Because you see also, there's a lot of people also who take advantage of a program like that one, and their interest is not really to go and study, but rather to just go to the other side. We've had those cases, by the way. You see, we've been in business for 8 years. There's a lot that we've learned.
Guys who just came and dipped.
Yeah, no, memlipia everything. Anafika pande ile, you can't even trace him. And you see also, in as much as, yes, we facilitate everything, support you throughout the process, but we have no control of what you're going to do on the other side. Yeah. So
you have to take those losses, basically.
Yeah, it's part of the business risk, But anyway, so you submit an application, you go through the vetting process. If you approve, because there are requirements, and with your GPA, we require at least a 3.0 GPA out of 4. Then also we check your credit, because we are giving you a loan. So we check whether you have any delinquencies, whether you normally pay your loans. Tuna running credit report kutoka huko. Kenya kuna credit report.
CRB, sindio?
CRB, yeah. So tunaona kama where you're someone who can be trusted with money. And then if you kama uko sawa, then we approve you, and then you get into the program. Then you start the process. So we normally support the whole process, from applying to schools, tutaku apply here. You'll come through, we have a team, career advisors, that will sit down with you, get to understand your background, what you want to do on the other side, all those things. Then we'll process the funding for you, so you don't have to worry where to get the money. Then visa process, we have a very, very intensive visa coaching program. Although actually visa is one of our biggest challenge when it comes to this business, because a lot of people get denied visas anyways. Yeah, so for example, this January, we just relocated 115 students. But out of those 115, the visa approval was 40%. So 60% of the students, they didn't get the visa. Yeah, so just to give you an idea of how...
So you basically tell them that it's not guaranteed.
Yeah. So actually, those are some of the things that even part of our vetting. Make sure that you understand those things, because you see also a lot of Kenyans.
Yeah.
When they start processes of moving abroad, some of them think like it's a guaranteed process. Just because you are putting in the money, you think like you're gonna go on the other side, and it's usually not the case. Especially for Africans, because actually, for Africans, visa approval rates, for example, for students, it's below 30%. As we have a better approval rates because of the fact that we do a lot of trainings and stuff like that, but still, tukipata 40% approval, 60% of the students they are denied.
Rejected.
Yeah.
So Bob, now let's say we get through the university program, we select, finance, you fix a payment plan, you agree everything.
Yeah.
Post-graduation, the training you offer to get the job, does that work? Because now the HR-1B visa is a completely different rate, right?
Yes. So on the other side, so that business that I started initially for training, that company evolved into a more or less like a technology business where we actually develop business systems, ERPs, small businesses. So that's what I do with that business, that company. Okay. But also now with the International Scholars Program, now we added trainings as part of what we offer on the other side.
Okay.
So that now, for example, if you are graduating, if you come through a program, you don't have to worry about those. Remember those 60 days, I don't know, you have to find something. So you have a training in place. Yeah. So you have everything planned throughout. And then, of course, we do support with looking for jobs, although we don't really guarantee jobs. Yeah. But we have that in place. So that's our business on the other side.
It's a completely tough market now. It's very different from when you joined in.
It is, yes.
And so what does the future look like now? Because you spend time between Kenya and Florida? Is that where you're based right now?
Yeah, so I do spend a lot of time in Kenya. Reason being because our business is here. And because also for the last 8 years, of course, we are just taking students, but also, so business also, you want to keep on expanding, start looking for other opportunities. So we started a product called EB2NIW, and that product is relatively new, and actually it's the one that makes me really spend a lot of time here.
Okay.
So, like, I've been here since March. I'll be here until June.
Okay.
I'll go back to the US for about 2 months, come back again in August, stay here until November, come back again in January, like that.
Yeah.
Because, see, the business is here, and we also want people to get to understand what that program or that product is all about.
Right.
Yeah, it's called EB2NIW.
And what does that involve?
This is a product for people who want to move to the US as skilled professionals.
Sign me up. Leta paperwork. Nachukua fadhaa tunaenda sahi. Twende.
Yeah.
So skilled
professionals.
Like in medical professionals or...
Any skilled...
Niko na masters?
Any highly skilled professional. It seems like someone like you.
10 years experience.
If you want to move... Okay. Now, let me tell you more about that. So, typically, for a person like you or me to go and work in the US, you need to find a company that is willing to sponsor you and file something called labor certification process with the Department of Labor in the US. You need to find a company in the US, and then they will be willing to sponsor you. They file the labor certification, it gets approved. Then after that, they sponsor your visa. And then once it gets approved, then you go to the embassy and you get the visa as a permanent resident. If you're not taking the H-1B route.
Yeah.
And then you'll get your green card and move there with your family and kids and stay there permanently. That's the typical process. Yeah. Now, with AB2NIW, the product that we have, you bypass the labor certification process, which basically means you bypass the requirement for you to have a job.
What?
Yeah.
Kwani you're friends with Trump?
Let me explain. So, you bypass this process and petition directly the US government to give you a green card because of the fact that you have skills that are very valuable to the US economy. Understand? Now, so someone like you, for example, they would want something like, because you see now, for example, there's so many highly skilled Kenyans around.
Yes.
Someone like you, like me, like him, here. But we don't have there's not many Kenyans out there that really know there's a company somewhere in America that is hiring at any given time and they're willing to sponsor for the green card, right?
Yeah.
So many of them, they don't know that. So this pathway is for them, where you can bypass that process of getting the job offer and the sponsorship by a company and directly petition the US government to give you a green card. But for you to qualify, there's something called the 3 prongs. All right. So 3 prongs is basically what the US government look at when you put in your petition. Okay, do you meet those 3 prongs? If you meet one and you fail the others, your case doesn't go through. If you meet 2 and you fail the other one, your case doesn't
you have to meet all 3.
You must. Prongs are more or less like pillars.
And what are those?
So the first prong is that the work that you've done in your space, in your industry, must have substantial merit and it must be something that is of national importance.
Okay, so in my case, the parent company I work for is an American company.
Yeah.
Who bought us, and it's in the data center space.
Yes.
AI data center. So would we consider that?
Absolutely. Yes.
Brother, coffee pump is going. Trend Miami.
What you've done, the US government will ask, when they're adjudicating your case, they'll ask, is the work that you've done, does it have substantial merit? Or is it something that is of national importance? Does it have some impact that can be felt nationally? That kind of work. Okay, that's one prong. Secondly, The second prong is that are you in a position, you should be in a position to advance the work that you've done on this site into the US. All right. And for that, the US will look at your track record. All right. So what are your qualifications? Do you have any awards? Do you have any recommendations? Is there anything that they can be able to look at and say, hey, this guy, whatever he says he's done, he's actually done it.
So if I were to get, like, I have reference letters from people at Google and Meta. Would that help?
It would, yes. Actually, part of the petition, we normally require somebody to have at least 8 recommendations from people, experts within your industry.
Let's list them. I have one at Meta. I have one at Google.
Yeah.
I have one at Amazon.
Yeah.
I can get one from Microsoft.
I can write you one as well.
I have one from SpaceX.
Yeah.
KCB will it count?
Yeah.
KCB.
Professionals within that industry.
Equity.
Yep.
NCBA.
Yep.
Safaricom.
Yes. Professionals, those who can vouch for you to say that, hey, this guy has these skills. That's one. Also, do you have any awards? Like all along in your journey in the corporate world,
yes.
Are there any recognitions that you've received?
I have 5 promotion letters.
You actually, some of those things, part of the petition, even we take emails that you've received, someone congratulating you, promotions, stuff like that. Have you attended, for example, any conferences? Can you even be able to show it? Maybe you can like a YouTube, there's 2 videos kwa YouTube, we reference those things.
Okay.
Yeah. Ama 2 invitations and you may invite you as a speaker in that industry. They want to see that this person actually is being recognized.
It looks like we're moving to the US.
Hii ni yako, bro. Kuja Florida.
What about me? I don't even have a passport.
Don't worry, we'll figure out a way.
Nikuambia passport wewe bana. Passport. Why is it a problem for him to have a passport? I don't
it's so weird. By the way, if there's anyone in the comments, for those here, if there's anyone that knows someone who can help us with a passport, we need help for Fazar. Okay, so we cover the second prong.
That's the second prong.
The third one?
Third prong, it would be in the best interest of the US government to waive the job offer requirement. That's why it's actually that part is called EB2 NIW. NIW means National Interest Waiver. So the US government will sit down when they're adjudicating your case and ask themselves, typically, we require someone to go through the labor certification process where a company will need to file for a labor certification for you, prove to the US government that they couldn't find any American with the skill that you have, and then sponsor you, give you a job offer, and then you get sponsored.
Interesting.
That's the usual process. So the US government will sit down and ask, is it in the best interest of us as the US government to waive the requirement for a job offer, for the typical process for a green card? Is it in the best interest of the US government to waive that job offer requirement?
Yeah.
And if they feel like what you are bringing to the table is the value that you are bringing is so good, then they'll grant you the green card. So that's the product. It's called EB2 NIW.
Have you had successful candidates?
So it's a relatively new product for us.
Okay.
So for the last 8 years, as you've said, we've been running the students program.
Yeah. Now this is now
But
a
you
new
see,
step.
also, this is it's something that we started so that we can expand our business in terms of what we offer.
Interesting.
But also we started running a pilot with the community that we've already built on the other side. Because even those students that are on the other side, they need also green cards. They need to stay there permanently. Yeah. So we ran pilots for them. They were successful. And then that's when now we are like, we can roll this out.
Would Hamza be interested? His brother.
Oh.
He wants to do a master's comp sci.
I want to go there as a student. How old is he?
23.
It's a very young person. That one would go for a master's probably, and then after
Watch
that,
the masters a lot.
figure out just like the way we did. Yeah, but this one is basically for skilled.
Yeah,
people.
not for skilled ni mimi.
Yeah.
These are unskilled.
I'll beat you with this unskilled microphone.
So, but for masters, I think
Yeah, masters definitely.
I think Hamza should
can
consider
fit
that.
into our master's program. This one, it's highly skilled people. Like I said, it's not just being skilled. For example, I always give like even my own example. Like, for example, I used to work as a teller. Let's say, for example, you've been working as a teller for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Even though you're highly skilled as a teller job, it's not really, it doesn't have substantial merit.
Yeah.
And it's not really something that has a lot of impact nationally. So that kind of a skill,
You would have to,
you can't get this thing. But it's not just like, you see also when we say like you have to be highly skilled, people tend to think like you have to be like an engineer, tech guy,
Right.
I don't know what. No. Anything. You can be in digital space. You could be in art. You could be anything. You could be in education, a teacher. We're having people who are getting into that program who are like principals of schools. You see, because what happens, like, but there, something I did say, part of your petition. So this petition that you write to the US government, it's a huge document. It's actually more than, on average, we normally do around 50 pages of you explaining what you're gonna do.
And you help with that?
Yeah, that's our business. That's what we help with. You see, what we don't want to happen to you is you getting through this process and you don't have a case.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you have a compelling case. Because what has to happen? In that petition, there's something called an endeavor.
Okay.
So an endeavor is basically what you tell the US government you will do for them on the other side. Ukifika pandele, what will you do for them now that they've given you the green card? So for that, you have, now like for example, you're in data, right? So you have to identify a problem in that industry, in your space. Identify a problem in the US, within that industry, and tell the US government there's this problem and back it up that there's a problem, there's an issue. There's always issues all everywhere. There's issues, not just here in Kenya, even in America, anywhere there's a lot of issues that needs to be solved in this world.
Yes.
So you have to identify that issue and tell the US government that there's this issue and I'll solve it for you because I have the skills. And that's why I need you guys to give me a green card.
You
understand? So as a business, is to make sure that...
Ama niende Japan. Population decline. Let me solve that problem.
I'm telling you, bro, any problem...
Unaweza figure out.
Any problem that has some national impact. And there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm thinking of data centers, AI, power.
Yep. Yeah, so anything you basically can fit in.
Okay. So Kaka, as we wind things down, for people that want to find you, where can they reach out? We'll link everything in the description.
Yeah.
But is there any place you prefer?
So I usually tell anyone who is interested in what we do, the easiest way to get hold of us and get to understand what we do is basically to go to our website.
Yeah.
Which is www.internationalscholarsprogram.com. Program, you spell it as PROGRAM.
We'll put that in the description.
Yeah, so you go there, download the handbook, pick the pathway of your choice. If you're going to school, pick academic study. If you want this EB2 and AW, pick permanent residency pathway. Go through the handbook, get to understand the requirements of the program, and then if you like what you see, you basically submit an application. And then you go through now the vetting process that I told you. That's the easiest way. The other way that you can do that, actually, we have an office at the Mirage Towers in Westlands.
Mirage ni wapi? I've seen
right
it.
next to GTC. Hapo tu Wayaki way.
Mirage. Why does it sound familiar?
Yeah, it does.
Wait. So you're coming down. It's the building with the tumbo.
Yeah.
Yo.
That one,
Nairobi Garage. Wait, Nairobi Garage was.
Right next to that.
Okay.
It's called Mirage Towers. We're on Tower 1, 8th floor.
Okay.
Kwa hapo juu. Unaweza tupata hapo. Can come there and then maybe seek more clarification on what we do.
Awesome.
But also something that maybe I didn't say. Yeah?
Yes.
See, this is EB2 and AW. When you remember, this is a process that you are bypassing the job offer. So you are basically going to the US without a job. Right? You're going there and saying, you are telling the US government, I'll find something to do there that will be of importance to you. So you see, going to a new country, someone like you, maybe you had a family, you are even, because you can petition and move with your family.
Yes.
With your spouse and kids who are below 21, they can move with you. So imagine now going to the other side, you don't have a job, you bypass the job offer, so you're going there without a job. So part of what we do as a business, basically to make sure that you have a soft landing on the other side. In fact, actually, once you come through the whole process, we'll finance you for you now to start life on the other side.
Interesting.
Yeah. We give you the money, it's unsecured funding, so that now maybe apartment utakaa wapi, you know.
And you help source that and stuff, like you have people that can help source that.
Yeah. We have those funds in place that we can be able to give you as an unsecured loan, and then you pay us within 3 years. We give up to 10,000.
So for the soft landing, let's say, for the apartments and stuff, you have people that can recommend, and
we'll figure out where you will stay. You will tell us, okay, I want to move to Florida,
Hills,
for example.
Beverly Hills.
We'll also advise you whether moving to Beverly Hills is a good idea or not.
Clearly, right. It's not. It's not.
Okay.
Awesome.
Because watu wanataka tu kwenda hizi places zenye wanaona kwa movies and all those things.
Nataka kwenda Hollywood.
Nataka kwenda Hollywood and those are things like. So we make sure that you have a soft landing kwenye watoto wataenda shule. We'll figure that out for you.
That's amazing.
So that's part of what we really offer in that program. But through this process, it's a very expensive process though. Because averagely you need at least 7,000. Just for your case to go through, you need around $7,000. Part of it, a big chunk of it goes to the government, the US government.
Yeah.
But as a program, we charge $4,100.
Okay.
As our consultation fees.
That's actually good information to have. Yeah. And bear in mind is, I think one thing that I'm happy to hear is that the hand-holding part is because when you try and do it on your own, it's so complicated.
Yeah.
It's not a connected web, and you fall all over the place.
Yeah.
So we've actually learned something new today, Fazza. Bob?
Yeah.
We really appreciate you making the time.
Thank you.
This has been an interesting conversation. We've been all over the place.
Yeah, man.
We're both Vaites.
Yeah. That's what I realized, bro.
So
unakuja Meru sana.
You know the thing is, I need to make a conscious effort. These guys are going next week.
I'm going next weekend. Come with us.
Anyway, by the way, I didn't tell anyone watching this and they want to follow me on socials. I'm very active.
We'll put everything.
Okay.
We'll
Facebook, Niko Bob Mwiti. And
awesome.
Connect.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bob's
guys.
details will be in the description. So just go and check it out. His social media page, his Instagram, his Facebook, the business links. If you want to get in touch with him as well, that's the best way. Yeah. But thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed by the time you go to the end of the podcast, seriously. But thanks, guys. We'll catch you in the next episode. This has been Coffee Pump.
Bye-bye.
Awesome.